Hello, callers. How are you all doing? And welcome back to Barça Live. We're back again with yourself, Spence. And this is a big one tonight. It's Elche versus Barça. Barça know if they win tonight, as you can see in the table there, just off to our left-hand side, well, they are indeed going to go 4 points clear before Madrid play Rayo tomorrow afternoon. So this is a massive one. It's also up against a side who I maybe like to call the entertainers of LaLiga this season. An Elche team who actually had more possession than Barça when we beat them 3-1 at Montjuic earlier on in the season. Very impressive side under Eder Sarabia. Maybe a name you guys will know well. Spence, welcome back again, my friend.
Welcome. Welcome to you. Welcome to everybody.
I know I say this often, and, you know, you feel free to say, you always say that, but this one should actually be quite exciting to be had, just because of the way Elche play.
No, I agree. There are very few games that Barça play in anticipation when we go into a game thinking, well, this one might not be exciting.
Yeah.
When do they play Getafe?
Yeah, that's a very good question that we should pick out. I don't know.
Because for that
Not
one,
for a while,
all I would say is that whenever they do play Getafe, don't lead with that. But this is not that, so it's okay. We can say this is going to be exciting. It is. It's been fun, and I agree with you. Elche have been one of the entertainers of LaLiga this season because they're exciting and they like to play open football. And let's see if that translates today on their home turf. As for Barça, every game seems to be exciting. I don't know what you guys were doing on Wednesday, but I was on my couch and
you enjoyed that, by the way, Spence? How was it with, because we were trying to follow along the other scores here.
Yeah. I mean,
that was a good one, right?
I'd like to go over just a little bit of the experience of that from your perspective and from my perspective as this show goes along. Because I doubt you guys had much time on Wednesday to decompress and come down afterwards.
No.
Because it was an intense 90 minutes. It was like an intense 60-ish minutes. And then it also, like, outside of the world of Barça, also maintained its intensity throughout. So I think there's a lot to, like, therapeutically get through.
No, you're right. It was a strange one because our game with Copenhagen was very tense for a while. But once we got the penalty for 3-1, it was the opposite of that. It was really, really calm.
I'm gonna guess, and I mean, we're early in this chat today, right? It's how many we got? We got we don't even have 2,000 people in yet. Come on, call your friends, get them in here.
Get them in, people.
But I'm gonna guess, and just because I know what some of this chat looks like, I'm gonna guess when it was 0-1 to Copenhagen that the chat was maybe not too pleased.
No, they weren't too pleased. Yeah, we had quite a few worried people. Alexia Arteta was very worried herself as well. Actually.
Really?
Yeah, Alex was.
Okay, well maybe Alex is the problem because, I mean, what are we doing, man? All right, well, I digress.
Very warm welcome, by the way, to all of you in the live chat. William Aldred is there. We are the best. Galatasaray. Mac Lumvis. Charlotte says, hello, Spence. Hello, Pablo. Hope you're okay. We're doing just fine, aren't we, Spence? Bruna's there. Adam.
Adam's
says,
Adam's in, baby. Let's go. We're going to have a good day today.
He says, brothers, how are you?
My man.
Adam is there. Gloria is in also. Joseph D. Castanen is in. Ali is there. Emmanuel is also there. Right, without any further ado, let's show you the Barca lineup for today. We are, by the way, in our lovely third strip, as you can see. People, this is what Flick goes for. I think, Spence, this is about as strong as we've got right now, actually, with the injury to Pedri. So, Joan Garcia in goal, Koundé, Cubarsí, Eric, and Balde. De Jong, Olmo, Fermin. He goes for that attacking midfield three. You can see it as a De Jong at the base, Fermin and Olmo as the 2-8s, whichever way you want to see it, or whether it is Olmo a bit deeper in next to De Jong. And then up front, Lamine, Ferran, and Rafinha. So Ferran back into the starting lineup. Spence, you hit us with a 1 to 10 rating. Discuss it a little bit. Those in the live chat, do the same. I'm pretty happy with that. I think Flick recognises this is quite crucial, and he's had to go all out.
Well, you've got Albacete coming up after this, and not to write them off, because they've certainly made their mark in the Copa this year. That is a game that I think any team, whether you're Barça or any of Barca's top rivals, would look at and say, we might need to try and win this game with other players because this competition is the one that is as close as can be right now. I mean, give or take a point, they can't afford to drop anything. So I would not use this game as the one to tinker and mess around, especially after what they accomplished on Wednesday, which is giving themselves essentially 2 games off, which other teams in this league aren't going to get to have. So this is not a problem. I like this. Go for it. I'll give this a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
I mean, it's obviously not a 10 because we're missing our boy.
Yeah.
And I'm also sometimes a little partial to Lewandowski, but I understand.
Okay.
I understand why Ferran has to play right now, and I also don't mind him coming off of the bench, Levy, later in this game because a Lewandowski, 30 minutes of full throttle Levy is also can be dangerous. So let's see what this 11 here can do.
I like it. I have to agree, Spence. There's Bruna says 8. It misses Pedri. Adam says 9 because there's no Pedri. Pretty much all agreeing. And yeah, that's probably the main pick from Hansi Flick, isn't it? Ferran instead of Lewandowski for this evening's game. Right, Llorens Tares is indeed at the stadium this evening. Looks like better weather, doesn't it? Llorens, good evening. How are you doing?
Hey Pablo, Spence, how are you? Good evening from Elche. Aquest Martínez Valero, benvinguts a una nova jornada de Lliga, un nou desplaçament del Barça buscant 3 punts importants en aquesta Lliga. Ho deia Hansi Flick, ahir, cada partit és important per guanyar aquesta Lliga. Entrem en el tram important decisiu del curs i el Barça avui s'enfronta a un equip que intenta jugar com el Barça. Els d'Eder Sarabia, aquest Elche, que és cert no arriben una bona ratxa de resultats, fa 4 setmanes que no aconsegueixen la victòria. De fet, només han guanyat 5 partits en el que portem de Lliga, però tot i així ha demostrat un molt bon joc. Un partit complicat per al Barça, evidentment ho serà, sempre a domicili, i Hansi Flick sap que l'equip avui no pot deixar escapar punts si vol seguir amb aquest avantatge respecte al Real Madrid, que juga demà rebent la visita del Rayo. Some stats of the game. Us dono 4 estadístiques del partit. El Barça, a les últimes 10 visites a aquest Martínez Valero, no ha perdut mai. 7 victòries, 3 empats. D'aquests 10 partits, només en 3 han encaixat gol. Per tant, en 7 ha deixat la porteria a 0. I l'última visita va ser un contundent 0-4. I has vist, Pablo, que aquest és el resultat que poso avui també a la meva porra. En aquell partit disputat fa 3 anys, l'Elche ha tornat a la primera divisió, va marcar un doblet Lewandowski. Avui el polonès, que comença a la banqueta, si marca, atraparà Besora amb 114 gols en el 15è lloc de la història de màxims golejadors del Barça. Tant de bo marqui Lewandowski, en definitiva, tant de bo marqui el Barça. Avui serà Ferran, però qui començarà d'inici? Companys, de seguida Hansi Flick, evidentment ja en aquesta prèvia de l'Elche-Barça, que comença a les 9 de la nit.
Thank you very much, Llorens, there with some good stats for us. Llorens, thank you very much. He always ends up giving a little bit away for the quiz later on.
Yeah, well, maybe you should talk to him.
We should, yes, we should. No, but very good stats from Llorens.
He gave us some good ones.
We got a good record here, very good record here, as you can hear. We haven't lost many, if any, games Elche in recent times, that's for sure. And some players also have very good returns against Elche. Ferran, Lewandowski, amongst those for Barça, which brings me on to my question, Spence, of key player for today. I'm going to be honest, I've made it a little bit hard for you because I've gone for 3 quite attacking names, so I think this is going to be quite an open game. So I've gone for attackers, and all very good attackers. Ferran comes back into the team. Will it be Olmo's night again? I think he's been excellent in 2026 so far. Or is it one of those days where Barça struggle a bit and they turn to Rafinha to guide them through? They're their options.
Yeah, those are 3 very solid options. I'd like to hear what the chat has to say about it. If you're making me choose between those 3, I'm probably going to take Ferran.
I like it. Okay.
I think, like, you know, you look at a player like Rafinha, you don't want him to be the key player because you just want him to perform at the level that we're used to him performing at. Like, he gets more than one opportunity per game to make something happen, whether it's a crucial assist, a key pass, a shot on target. And I would say that he exceeds the positional average for those chances. That's not to say that every once in a while he doesn't miss big chances. Like, you know, I think of, I don't know, just right now for whatever reason, I'm thinking about the Supercopa and that first chance that he scuffed wide. But then he came back and he came up with some really important plays for the team later because a player like his quality can do that. So for me, I get off topic. I'm talking about Ferran because he comes in and he's going to have to be the guy that continuously links up play, which is what he does well. Against Elche, in theory, if this game is as open as we all think it's going to be, Barça are going to want to play in behind. So is he going to be the link up to putting that pass in behind the back line, or is he going to be the guy darting for a goal and someone else will brush him in? I don't know. Yeah,
it's an interesting one. Let's see what people say in the members live chat. Charlotte's gone for Olmo. Minecraft's gone for Ferran. Brunas says, I think Ferran will score. Brausper89 has actually gone for someone else. Fermin. Both Fermin, of course, and Olmo in quite big roles tonight. I feel like they both had that similar role, didn't they, against Copenhagen. Bernal came on at halftime, of course, at the base of those two midweek. Gloria says, I still choose Juan. I mean, there's a few options there, Spence. I'm going to go for a Ferran. I actually think there's going to be, for one, space in behind. We could eat our words here. This could easily not be a game. Everyone sometimes think, it's going to be really open, and it often sometimes isn't, you know.
Yeah,
so,
could be.
You never know really what you can come up against. But we do expect Elche to have the ball, actually. We really do. I was having a good look at some of their stats against high-level opposition earlier, and it's actually quite astonishing. It really is. The amount of possession they've got. We'll go over that when we go through their lineup. But before all of that, let's listen to Hansi Flick. He spoke to Llorens a few moments ago. Let's see what the German coach had to say ahead of a vital game for Barça, their final one in the month of January.
Every game is important to win LaLiga, but considering how Elche is playing this season, it could be one of the most complicated games right now.
They have a really great style how they want to play, and how I said yesterday also, it's an eye catcher when you love football, and to build up like this, it's very they are very brave. They have a lot of ball possession. They create a lot of options. So for us will be the key that we are well connected, that we are playing together as one unit. This is important with the ball, but also without the ball.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about the possession of the ball. Usually, a lot of opponents give us the ball, and Elche wants to keep the possession. Is one of the key, you said?
Yes, of course. But at the end, the goals are counting. So this is important, and we have the confidence in our way how we want to play. So we will see what happens today.
The last one, Fran is back on the lineup. Fran, Robert, how important for you is to have both the strikers at the best level?
Of course, we have every 3-4 days we have a match, and this is very important that also we manage the minutes. So next game is on Tuesday. It's like that. So we know now at the end, it's not at the end of the season, but it starts to the end of the season. Every game is important, more important than in the beginning of the season. So now it shows a lot. So when we play on the same level like last season, I'm really appreciate that, and but I have the confidence with the team.
Thanks a lot, Hansi.
Thanks.
Good luck.
There you go then, people. Words of Hansi Flick ahead of this one. Yeah, you said that in the pre-match press conference as well. The more you get on, we are now past the halfway mark, of course, in the season. Well, the more you get on, Spence, the closer you are, of course, to that final match week. And we've had a crazy month of January. This is our 9th game, by the way, in this month in total. February, as you said, Spence, well, there's 2 extra games, should be a lot calmer. But what a month we've had. The closer we keep ticking over, the closer we are to, of course, the end of La Liga, I feel like. A long way away, but Flick said it.
Start talking about that now. We're so far away.
We are still. So many
Right?
games to go. But the closer you get, of course, the more important it is. And this one is not going to be an easy away game against an Elche side. We've only lost here in the league against Villarreal this season, so not going to be easy at all. Right. I have a question for those of you in the members live chat. I want to ask, where are you watching? Where are you following us from today? We like to ask this one a few times. Any of you newcomers, maybe feel free to put your flags in or just tell us the name of where you're watching it from. Let us know. We'll read a few of them out and we'll see where all of the Barça fans around the world are indeed watching us. We'll revisit that once you guys have put those options in the chat right now, because this is the Elche team, Spence. I wanted to speak about them because they are missing Rafa Mir. He's injured and he's their top scorer this season, and he did score indeed against Barça at Montjuic earlier on in the season. But this is an exciting team. They got 78 possession in the only league defeat they had here against Villarreal, 3-1. Had nearly 80% of the ball. It's a different sort of team we're not really used to seeing. But they have dropped off a bit in recent weeks.
Yeah.
Only 2 wins in the last 14 in the league. That was after going the first 7 unbeaten. And they have slowly faltered. They're only 3 points off the relegation spots actually right now. So this is quite an important game for them in that regard. And they've been very good to watch, but they have also been faulty. I mean, what do you make of Elche?
Yeah, so they're an interesting story in general. We haven't really gotten to talk about them much because they're back in La Liga now, and they've had a really strange trajectory. One thing I remember is when they came up, not this time, but the previous time, they did it in the playoff final, and they did it against Girona, but they did it on a pitch that was atrociously bad.
Okay.
It was the second leg of the playoff final was at home, and it was muddy, it was dry, it was disgusting. And you can take a look now. We have the images right here.
Yeah.
Things have turned around at Elche, and I think that's in part because the standard has been raised. I think Eder Sarabia has done a really good job of instilling a belief in this team. And this is one of the stadiums that that I've been to actually go work on site. I did it for the Copa a couple of years ago. It's in the middle of nowhere. Elche itself is, with all respect to Elche, is kind of in the middle of nowhere. But the fans pack this place full to capacity. I'm interested to see what the atmosphere looks like when Barça come to town tonight, because I think they're going to be up for it, especially with Eder Sarabia on the other side. And then we look at this 11, and I could go through a couple of different players.
Go ahead,
But the two that I want to hone in on are Germán Valera, who I don't know if he's. I have to double check. I don't know if he's still on loan from Atlético de Madrid or if he's signed. I think he's still on loan technically, but he's been on loan at several different places: Zaragoza, Andorra. And he's always climbed up in the ranks. He started in the second tier. He's moved up here to the first. And then Alvaro Rodriguez. Without Rafa Mir, Alvaro is going to be the guy to watch because he can get his head to the ball. He is one of the top scorers. He's from Catalunya, although he grew up a Real Madrid fan. I don't know how much his story has been told here, but it is an interesting one because most people who grow up here don't grow up as Real Madrid fans, I think you can say. But more power to you, I guess.
Ex-Madrid, yeah.
But this team has some spice to it. They've got a little bit of bite, and then of course you got that little X factor of Iñaki Peña in goal. So there's a lot going on here.
Yeah, you certainly do. Hector Fort, by the way, who's also out on loan at Elche, injured, not available for this one. You said Rafa Mir is out too. I agree, Spence. I like all of the analysis you've done there on Elche. They are an exciting outfit. Let's see what they can bring to the table this evening. They've got that strike duo, which is quite exciting. Andre Silva and Alvaro there, who are good to watch too. Alvaro certainly good in the air, like you said. Diangana, ex-West Brom. I remember watching him a few times. Tricky winger too. So let's see what Elche can bring to the party tonight. Right, Spence, it's time for the pre-game quiz.
I knew you were going to do this to me. All right, I'm ready. I'm here, man. Let's go. Let's do this.
It's time for the pre-game quiz, and I'll encourage all of you guys to play along too. Oh, by the way, we didn't read out from some of the flags, by the way,
yes,
Spence, what
please.
people are from.
True.
Adam says in the mountains. Whereabouts that?
Okay.
Mac Lumbus, can you read that out, Spence? Do you know how to pronounce that?
I think Mac is it Sweden? I don't remember, Mac. It's been a while since you've said something, but all right, let's go. Let's see.
Charlotte, US, Gahan, India, Bruna, Croatia. We have a Gloria from Perth as always.
Sudertalje.
Yeah,
that's what I'm going with.
Okay.
How'd I do, Mac? Sudertalje.
Yeah, let us know, Mac, how that's going. Chijoke is from Nigeria, so lots of you watching on people. Right, Spence, let's get this quiz going. Here we go. I think again, Spence, and I've said this a few times. I think you might do quite well on this one.
Stop raising the expectations.
What was the result in our last visit to this stadium?
Oof.
Elche 0-4 Barça, Elche 1-2 Barça, or Elche 1-all Barça?
My gut is telling me that this was. Ooh, that's tough. Because it was 3 years ago.
Yep.
And Llorens did say this, didn't he?
He did.
He
Yeah.
did. I'm gonna go with number one. I'm gonna say 4-0.
Oh, he's gone for number one, people. He's gone for number one. Let's see. I'm gonna see if there's any answers in the chat, Spence, to help
That's
you along the way, maybe. To help you along the way. You didn't say it at the top of the program, people.
I think I got this one wrong. Oh no, I got it right. Let's go.
You got it, Spence. You got it. Yeah, there's Adam 0-4 for Barça. A very convincing win. I nearly spoiled the next question. I suddenly spoiled the next question because it's coming your way, Spence. Who scored a brace for Barça in that win?
Voila.
Ferran, Lewandowski, or Ansu Fati?
Wow. Wow. So those are all possibilities too, because this would have been like right around when Ferran got in. I think he did have a brace in that first appearance there before Elche went down, and he was just arriving to the team. I'm gonna go with my gut. I want to say Ferran.
You're going Ferran, Spence. I think the answers we got in the chat from the previous question, I get the feeling they're not for the question I've just asked you. It was 4-0, yep. It was that's one game from 2 seasons ago, and the answer is Spence.
Oh.
Lewandowski got 2. All 3 of them scored, by the way. Ferran scored, Levy scored, and Ansu Fati scored, but it was Lewandowski who did indeed get a brace. And then this one, Spence, is a little more up-to-date, if you like. How many goals have we scored in the 25-26 season so far?
Ooh,
8.
Is this all comps? Or?
This is League, Supercopa, Copa, and Champions League.
Okay. All right. So this is Matchday 22. We got 8 more games from the Champions League, so we'll call that 29 games, plus 2 in the Supercopa, 30, 31, plus 2 more in the Copa, 33. I'm going to say we've averaged about 3 goals a game. I'll say 97. Let's go.
Ooh. I really like the working out.
But
You were so close, Spence.
oh.
I like the start. I love the way you worked it out, and that's why I lobbed the one of the 97 to tempt you at the end. Minecraft all said 97. 3 guessing. Everyone said 97. 91 goals, people. We got so far
Because
this
we want to
season.
get to
I know.
100. Maybe we'll get to 100 tonight.
That's what I was hoping you thought. Oh, he's put it because maybe they're 3 off.
That is
No.
what I thought. That's your fault.
I know. that's the name of the game. That's the Quizmaster. That's
Next time I'm doing
that's what
the
he
quiz
does.
for you.
I wouldn't mind that.
I know. It's less work for you.
Correct, yeah. Not long to go here, by the way, people. Just over 7 minutes. Well done if anyone did get 3 out of 3. Judging from what I saw in the live chat, I'm not sure people did, to be fair. This was
tough.
This was not the easiest one. I think
That
the
was a
first one was
toughie.
maybe a bit easier. The second one was okay. Spence, that was a 1 out of 3 for you. I think you got
Listen.
you got 3 out of 3
Listen,
recently.
I know you don't follow baseball, but that gets you into the Hall of Fame in baseball, 1 out of 3. So
that's what you're going to run with, yeah?
yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll take that.
So 333 batting average.
Spence, now that we've got a good 7 minutes until this one is about to kick off, let's actually take a look at our guess the scores for this game.
All right.
And by the way, I'll also encourage those of you in the members live chat to play along too. Give us some of what you think the result is going to be. We often don't get time to lob these in before the game has begun, but it's a little bit calmer today. Here we go then. I've gone for a 3-1 win. I can really see both teams scoring, but Llorens and you agreed this is going to be a clean sheet this evening. You've gone 3-0, Spence. Quite a nice, comfortable evening. I'd love that.
A comfy 3-0. I think it's going to be a little bit difficult at the beginning, but I think if Elche tries to play their style, Barça are going to be quick enough to hit them. But I will come in with the caveat that I don't think they're going to score right away. I think this might take at least 25 minutes to break through.
Yeah.
So, for the love of God, Chad, just be patient. Just be patient. That's all I'm asking of you today. Just be patient. We have the patience here.
Genuinely,
you two at home can have it. We'll be okay.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Just trust this team, guys. I think
Trust the process.
They've done enough to earn the trust. Is what I'd say. That's my opinion. It was midweek, and it remains my opinion for this one. As I said, I've gone for 3-1. I can just see both teams scoring in this one. Maybe I've been driven a little bit by the fact that people have, obviously framed Elche as the entertainers, really, right? They have conceded an awful lot of late goals in recent weeks that have snatched results away from them at very late. Their Frutos goal the other week against Levante, wasn't it? And before so too, they also dropped points late on. As I said, Llorens has gone 4-0. He often gives me his scores as well, Llorens, actually. So if you want, Spence, we've got a bit of time. We can actually do score as well. Llorens has gone Ferran with 2, Lewandowski with 1, Fermin with 1.
Wow. All right.
Feel free to put in your own as well, Spence.
I hadn't really thought about it, to be honest. But I will I will say Rafinha
Okay.
is going to score a goal. It's a tough one today. Rafinha's got one.
Okay.
I don't know. Come back to me. I don't know.
I think Ferran is scoring today. I think Fermin is scoring. I'm going to go Ferran, Fermin, Olmo. Those are my 3 scorers for today's game. Cordes, I've got one final question for you, by the way, for those in the members live chat before we get this going. Are there any of you watching today for the very first time? I can see that right now we've got 5,000, nearly 5,300 of you watching on. Massive thank you, as always, by the way, to you Barça YouTube Premium members. If you're not Premium already, if you're not a Barça member, get yourselves involved. Loads of fun that you can tune into. We just had an Under-19s game on the club's YouTube channel just a few moments ago as they continue the Juvenil A side in their season. You've also got Barça Athletic fixtures, members-only polls, the chats where you guys can ask the players some questions. But I wanted to know if there's any of you who are watching for the first time tonight. Let us know. We'll see. We'll shout you out, of course, if you're new here, if you're a new member. I'll read out a few of the new members also as the program goes on tonight. But we are now, people, just a few moments away. And
I'm telling you, Rafinha's going to score twice, and Lamin's going to get the 3rd one.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Rafa 2, Lamin 1.
Rafa 2, and then Lamin gets that cleanup goal, and it's probably going to be the best goal of the night, and everybody's going to go, oh my God, did he just do that? And then we're just on a roll.
Let's hope so. I'll take that, certainly. I thought this was going to happen. Ardias, as I've been here for years, we've had we know a lot of you are very loyal fans, and we love you. We really do. If there's anyone who are new to the family, well, we urge you to play along. Spence, just 3 minutes away now from this one. We'll be heading over to game commentary very shortly. There's a pocket of Barça fans we can see on our screens. Frenkie de Jong, of course, who was suspended midweek in the Champions League. Well, he's back in today, as you can expect. There we go. Harry Alwell, 9992. It's my first time. Welcome to the family, Harry. This is your place to be for Barça games. Right then, there's de Jong. Joan Garcia ready in the tunnel for this one. Barça know. Well, they'll do very well to get 3 points here. They really will. And I can tell you what, people, the players are going to head out onto the pitch. Let's go to game commentary. It's Elche versus Barça in LaLiga. And so they step out onto the pitch at the Martínez Valero Stadium. It's Elche versus Barça in matchday 22 of the league season. Barça hoping to go 4 points clear, and they'll sleep with that cushion tonight if they are to be victorious. This is not an easy place to come, though. Only Villarreal have won and come out victorious at this ground in this league campaign. Elche, who have been faltering more so in recent weeks, but still very much labelled the entertainers of Spanish football this season. Packed out capacity, 31,000 plus here inside this ground, Spence, for what we think is going to be really exciting, a really good game of football here. Saturday night doesn't get much better than this. Here we go.
This is going to be a fun one, I think. There's a lot of football that we're going to get to see today, and sometimes we don't get to say that as often, especially when Barça play teams who are normally more at Elche's level. But the way that Elche play football, it leads me to believe that we're going to see some real football tonight from both sides. Intent, trying to get forward, and also, in rare cases, especially in a rare case for Barça, trying to get out on the counter.
Yep, certainly so. Not often you say that, but I mentioned it at the top of the programme. Elche had more possession than Barça in the 3-1 win for the Catalans. That was back in November now, start of November, that one. Here is the Elche side then. Watch out for a few of these names. Iñaki Peña, of course, is the goalkeeper for them. And he's having a decent campaign too. Diangana, ex-West Brom winger, is sharp. Valera, you pointed out earlier, Spence, and Alvaro as the striker down the middle. So watch out for him. He's a tall man up front. Ex-Real Madrid, of course. There's Eder Sarabia. Talk about a name from the past for Barça. Quique Setien's assistant during Setien's spell here at Barça, and of course previously at Betis too. Now certainly made a name for himself, Spence, on his own, and really highly rated too in Spanish football, isn't he, now as a coach?
Yeah, and he's done an excellent job, not just here, but just about everywhere else he's gone. He was in charge at Andorra and did some good stuff with them up there.
Yep.
He's got his system, and it's no surprise that it looks very similar to what Barça typically like to do. So we'll see. You know, the big stat, I think, for this game is what the possession numbers are going to look like.
Yep. They're going to be fascinating. They certainly are. Here's the Barca team then. Pretty much what you'd expect from Hansi Flick with the absence of Pedri in midfield. So it's Garcia, Koundé, Cubarsí, Eric, Balde, De Jong, Fermin and Olmo in quite an attacking midfield three. And then Ferran Torres is the man who's going to be leading the line. Lewandowski drops down to the bench after he's played the last 3 consecutive fixtures. And Lamine Yamal and Rafinha are going to be either side for Elche. A few big absences. Aleix Febas, Catalan midfielder, he's suspended. That's quite a big loss for them this evening. Rafa Mir is their top scorer. He is also out. But there's still plenty of talent out on the pitch. Hector Fort, we mentioned too, not available for this one. He's also injured. He's going to be out for the next few months. And well, with just a few moments to go here, they really are expecting a good one. The Elche fans look well up for this one. They really do, and understandably so. It's one of the fixtures they would have been dying to get their teeth into when they were in the Segunda for the past 2 campaigns. Wasn't to be for Elche the last time they were here in the Spanish top 5. They got hammered 4-0 here the last time these two sides met at the Martínez Valero. This is a very different Elche outfit though. It certainly is, and a side who right now, despite being 3 points above the drop zone, have had plenty to shout about this season. Barca in their 3rd strip. There's the Martínez Valero Stadium. You've been out before, Spence, and it is ready for what we think is going to be a cracker.
It's ready. These two sides are ready. And again, we talk about the possession numbers. I want to ask you, out of the gate, Elche have played 25 games this year in 2 different competitions. How many out of those 25 games have they held a majority of possession?
Do you have the answer?
I do.
Ooh, okay. So 25 games, yeah?
25 games, so 21 in La Liga, 4 in the Copa. How many games have they held 50% or more of the possession?
I'm going to go, Spence, for 19.
That's really well done. Very close. 21. 21
Whoa.
games. 4 times
Damn.
they have not held the majority of the possession. They were 49% against Real Madrid,
Okay.
47 against Sevilla, 47 against Rayo, and 42 against Atletico Madrid. But here's the kicker. They didn't lose any of those 4 games either.
Wow.
So it's going to be difficult to break this team down. Let's see what it looks like tonight.
That's interesting, Spence. So the games they've had less of the ball, they've actually not lost them, which is fascinating. They've lost quite a few. They've had more of it. I spoke about that Barça game, didn't I? I know they only had slightly more than Barça. I think it was 51 if memory serves me right. But which I'll hear Ferran was closing on Iñaki Peña, who had to get rid of that. He's usually good with his feet, but he had to rush into a clearance there.
Oh, we got an early flick cam.
There he is, Hansi Flick. He's gone for the little hoodie under the jacket look today.
Wait,
Spence.
is that Hansi? I wasn't looking earlier. Am I looking? Oh yeah, that is Hansi. No, we don't need us. I want Hansi. I don't care about me.
First scorer today, people. You got a question for yourselves in the members live chat there. Fermin, Ferran, Lamine or Rafinha, the options. I mean, we've got Olmo on there too, so 5 really good options. If you really wanted to go for that. That's a gorgeous flick early on by Ferran. That's not a bad ball either too here.
Look out.
Ominous this for Elche. Lamine! Ow! Oh, he was just stretching. It's a really good early chance for Barça, wasn't it? They crafted it ever so well. Offside in the build-up, says the linesman. Wouldn't have standed.
Yeah, but that's how you do it. And interesting, Lamine was... Oh, that's not offside.
No.
It doesn't matter. Had that gone in the back of the net, it would have...
Counted,
It would have counted.
Oh, dear.
Lamine had his chance, yeah.
Early signs there, Spence, of the space that there is in behind. How often do you say that, really, 2 minutes into a La Liga game? Not very often is the answer, really, isn't it? And Barca immediately exploiting them. Now Rafinha, there it was again. In the end, Lamine Yamal not quite able to profit. It was Fermin, wasn't it, who peeled wide on that ball a few moments ago.
Yeah, and
he just overbait the cross.
That run, especially from Lamine, as you mentioned, it reminded me a lot of what we saw Rayo Vallecano do early in the season when everybody started to figure out how to break Barca's high line press. And as we see Fermin turn it over uncharacteristically, it was essentially Lamine running out in an offside position intentionally with no intent of the ball ever actually getting to him first. And you said yourself, Fermin was the one who peeled out early. Lamine in the center, and by the time the ball got to Fermin, Lamine was ahead of everybody else, so he was ready to receive the central pass. That was really good work.
Isi Palazón, if I remember correctly, Spence, executed that to absolute perfection at Vallecas. Very well remembered. Yeah, it was a Another loose pass in midfield there, but yeah, spot on. It's exactly what we just saw from Barça. Rafinha from the halfway line. We would have been out of our seats if that had gone in. Rafinha's just tried to lob Iñaki Peña from the halfway line.
Listen. I mean, he shot that from beyond the halfway line.
Yeah.
And it's Rafinha. So if Rafinha sees it, our camera, right? We're watching the game on a screen. We can't see where the keeper is.
Yeah.
I just have to trust in my superstar that he thought it was a possibility, so I have to believe it's a possibility.
That's the way to go, Spence. I love it. Here is Rafinha again for Barça. So this has got a good look about it, the game. I'm enjoying it so far. It's open, it's free-flowing enough. There's spaces out there. It's not one of those congested league games. It's what we expected, and it should be quite a good watch. Cool to see now over to Eddie Garcia. Very much become the centre-back partnership for Hansi Flick as we head towards the second half of the season. He trialled out Gerard Martin very much in that area, didn't he, just over a month ago now. But Eddie Garcia seems to have won that spot in there. He was previously playing in midfield, full-back, but now those two at the back, Spence.
Yeah, there's really no wrong answer right now, I think, honestly. And Elche have been very loose with the ball in these first 5 minutes.
Yeah, they certainly have another loose pass there. So let Lamine in now. Lamine tried it, didn't he? That typical outside of the boot ball that he does. Again, very loose in their passing, nearly letting Lamine back in, but in the end, they can bring things clear here, although the ball's been left behind.
Yeah, this is a really bad start for Elche. You can see what they want to do, but they can't pull it off.
How about that from Rafinha? Lovely skill from him. The pullback wasn't great, though. Goal kick. Couldn't quite dig it out of his feet. Bit of a nervy start from Elche, you could maybe say this, Spence.
Yeah, I mean, when you play this style, right, where you're not afraid to go back and play as far back as Iñaki Peña, it can be dangerous. I mean, we've seen multiple teams who aren't at the level of Barça try to play like Barça, and what happens is you get burned because one turnover back there, and before you can even turn your neck, the ball's in the back of the net.
There's the high line from Barça. Maybe nearly being picked off there. Now Olmo.
Look out.
Oh, there you go. Lamine's in here. Lamine Yamal for Barça. Should be the opening goal. And
Let's
it is.
Go!
Just like that. Didn't take long, people, did it? Elche's high line broken down. Too much space in behind. Lamine coolly round the keeper, and he made no mistake in finishing off. Big error defensively from Elche. Not for the first time in the opening 6 minutes. And it's Lamine the Dream who opens the scoring.
Too easy. Too easy.
It was from an Elche perspective.
I mean, we played 6 minutes of football, and that goal felt inevitable. I feel like Barca should have two at this point. My goodness.
Got a number you can call, y'all.
Already?
Pristine 19, he can ball, y'all. He about to win the brawl, y'all. Lamine
Yamal, y'all.
He's Yamal, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. You got a problem, got a number you can call, y'all. Pristine 19, he can ball, y'all. He about to win the brawl, y'all. Lamine Yamal,
y'all. Let's go.
Just like that, Spence. You got the wrap, you got the goal. This was Rafinha's try from the halfway line a few moments ago. Not quite sure why we're seeing it now, but that was all Olmo, wasn't it? Lovely ball through, and Lamine, no mistake. Always like round the keeper, finish off.
Yeah, I mean, he was in behind, and that was a shoddy back line for Elche. That is them trying to pressure and play high up the pitch. And hold on a second, because they're coming right back.
Yeah, here they
They just
Valera, I think it was. Yeah.
don't quite have it in return, but listen, man, if Elche are going to give you that much space in behind and their back line is going to be as rigid as we just saw it, Barca could get to 100 goals on the season tonight.
I'll tell you what, Spence, it's what a lot of those who would be making preview articles about this game said, and I said it often doesn't prove to be the case. That's nice goal from Alvaro, but Covarsi will sweep it over. It very much has been the case, hasn't it? Way too open from Elche. Really messy as well. If you're playing that open defensively, you can't be that loose in your passing, and they've done that in the opening exchanges, and it's one ball through for a team like Barça. It's pretty much dreamland, isn't it?
No, these Barca players are far, far too talented to be able to give them that much freedom. And as soon as Barca got in behind, they really got in behind 2 or 3 times there in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. Listen, it's a long way to go. And if this was Elche live, I would say be patient. Let's see if they can come back with something. Ooh, be careful there.
Or did that come off last?
It's going to be a corner, and we're going to get a look at a replay, and it's probably potentially going to show that it hit Frankie's hand, but I don't think there was anything he could do about it.
There we go then, Spence. This is it.
No, never mind. No.
It was a corner, though. I think it was still in play after it came off Andre Silva, and then indeed did hit off De Jong. Here's the corner then for Elche. First one for them as they try and break away. Diangana's going to want to take it. I think it was his loose pass, actually, in the build-up to the Barca goal. In goes the delivery. That's very comfortable for Joan Garcia. No problem whatsoever there for the Barca keeper, who will do well to just dish this out and get Barca on their way. Just feel like the attackers are licking their lips tonight, Spence, don't you, with the way Elche are playing. Lamine there thought about it once and twice to Ferran and Rafinha. Didn't go elect for it this time.
Did you say Barca players are licking their chops, or was I just thinking
their lips, sorry.
Okay, well, licks, chops, they're licking... they're salivating right now is basically what's happening. Yes, they are very hungry, and there is an all-you-can-eat buffet being placed in front of them at this moment. So, again, I'll sort of say more buttony and clearly what I was trying to say before, is that this game's far from over. You got to be careful. Yeah. You got to go out and find more goals and stay professional and stay true. But, man, if Elche don't change something, this could get ugly real quick. Yeah, like, it's not looking good for them right now.
No. Got to start to tighten things up. I mean, they will settle, you'd imagine, into the game a little bit, Elche, because with the ball they're usually a lot better than they have been. Just trying to sharpen up on their passing right now, because they all look a little bit uncomfortable on it. Even Iñaki Peña there when he's received it. That's Alvaro. Good striker's play from him. Better from Elche, and they can break away now. Oh, if they get that right, they're in. Vital block from Eric.
That's really, really good defense. I wish I had a whiteboard to go back and show exactly how Barca's back line just defended that. That was brilliant.
Yeah, very clever. They were very advanced, Barca. It was one of those where you're just hoping one pass through, aren't you? But got themselves in a nice little wall to stop the pass going through. It was Eric in the end who got his leg out. Clearly says, was the goal good? Yeah, pretty nice. Pretty simple as well for Barca, really. Too easy. One nice ball through from Olmo. Then Lamine was in. He got there before Iñaki Peña, rounded him and stuck it on his right foot. Comfortable in the end for, I was going to say the Blaugrana, but they're in that sort of luminous orange strip today. Here come Elche. Go on, Spence.
I said Lamine was going to score the third goal, but if Rafinha scores the next two and it ends 3-0, I'm still claiming credit.
Of course. I didn't even say Lamine was going to score, so there you go. And here he goes dancing through a few. He's lost it, though. Went through a few too many, I think. Alvaro held the ball up very well so far. He was offside, though. What they do have is that dual-pronged strike partnership, if you like, Elche. Was this off? I'm not so sure it was. Very tight if it was. For them not to let that
Where's my
play
flag?
out. Oh, yeah, let's give it to you. The serenading act of...
I love pageantry.
Oh, we've already had a few, but there you go. The ex-referee.
Making calls, baby. Making the calls.
Saw a few of the missing Elche players there. Sarabia watching on. He'll be pondering what he could do about this. Barca onslaught of attack right now. Should be cool. Sees it's comfortable enough for him. Koundé will then do well to swipe that clear. And just shielded out of play there for an Elche throw. And let's have a look at how the match stats are reading so far, actually. I'm been quite intrigued to see.
What you got for me?
I've actually put them in the wrong place, but there they are anyway. Just over enough possession for Barca. It does feel quite even. It does feel quite like a game that's being contested in midfield right now. It's not one of those that Barca have got all of the control of. It's actually Elche who've got a lot of the ball and putting themselves into precarious positions by giving it away, and then Barca have pounced off of that, haven't they? As Balde is fouled. And one of them here.
Go on.
There we go.
Go on. Double stats, baby.
There we go. The Barcelona's back on the screen. Here's Olmo then, who's going to take this free kick short. Looks as though he has been the one who's sat in a little bit deeper, nearer to De Jong today. It's been Fermin who's then pushed on a little bit further up the field. Although you can see here, both Fermin and Olmo, who are sort of playing right and left channel respectively. Still coming deep enough to build up from the back for Barca. So that's nice from Malera once more. Very clever indeed. And in the end, a vital touch from Koundé, and it goes all the way back to Joan Garcia.
This is something worth looking at to see how often Elche are going to utilize this high press. Because it's not something that you can sustain for the entire game. And it's also something that Barça are more than adept at being able to get out of quickly.
Yeah.
And actually, the last little spell of possession, Barça were caught and couldn't get out from the press and turned it over to Elche, which, as long as that doesn't result in a goal, which it didn't result in any threat, I think that's not a bad thing because that'll encourage Elche to do it more.
Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. You know what's happened again? That such an early goal has gone in, Spence, that I haven't even been able to ask my key of the game.
You should just do it anyway.
I'll get up in a minute, but first here's Ferran. Now Lamine. Oh, Rafinha's in. Did he hold his run? I'm not sure
Offside,
he did,
offside.
yeah. And in the end, it's a very heavy touch. Spence, again, we've had a goal far too early on.
Winning that possession battle, pushing the space that Elche leave and make up
Punishing.
for penalty absence. Oh, punishing, you're right.
Pretty much we've seen already it's number 2. And I remember having this discussion with Robert in the reverse fixture, and it was like, should Barça try and regain possession? And I sort of made the point, maybe not, because we're getting a lot of our joy through Elche having the ball and then turning it over and getting the goal as we did. I mean, is that what we're sort of looking for with that point number 2 there? We've already done it.
Yeah, I think that's the key, and they've already done that a lot.
Yeah.
You know, Pedri is going to be missed, although in a game like this one, I mean, he's missed in every game, but...
Yeah, this is a bit more frantic than a Pedri game, you mean, maybe?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There's a bit more, there's a frenetic pace to it.
It's nice.
And the possession battle doesn't mean anything tonight. Whatever the possession number is, doesn't mean a thing. The thing that matters, like on most nights, is the final score.
Yeah. This is a special one. The score matters.
Speaking of the score mattering, how about Wednesday?
Yeah, Spence. Wednesday was good. I mean, like I said, I think Barca-wise, we were a little bit worried at half-time.
All right, we'll get back to that.
Because here's Ferran.
Whee!
Ooh, he's picked a good pass there to
Olmo.
Balde. Look at Olmo. He's in. Olmo. Oh,
Good idea.
went for it first time. Just cushioned it wide of the post. Barca looking good on the breakaway.
Yeah, so walk me through what Wednesday was like for you guys.
Wednesday, I think, first half we went behind early and all the other results were not going our way in the first 20 minutes.
Yep.
Other teams scored around us.
Yep.
City, Chelsea, maybe even, I'm not sure if Atleti went 1-0 up. I can't remember, Spence. But there were a lot of teams who went up around Barca.
Yeah, no, Atleti did because
Okay.
Sorloth scored against the Norwegian
Okay,
club. Bodø/Glimt.
okay. And then, to be fair, we were still 1-0 at half-time. But to be fair, other results also weren't going teams' way. Chelsea went behind. I think only City around Barca were the team winning. Madrid were behind by that point as well, even, you know. So in that regard, we were actually saying at half-time, if we were drawing right now, we'd actually be in the top 8. That's how things were looking. And then second half, we got 1, 2, 3 goals pretty comfortably by the halfway point in the second half. And it was all very calm. And then things, by that point, we sort of knew weren't going to get any worse around us. And then it was just a question of, well, who else gets to the top 8 here? Because there was the PSG Newcastle, which was so evenly poised, wasn't it?
Right.
1-1.
And had one of those teams scored, it would have...
Made things interesting.
Yeah.
They didn't, obviously, and now they cancelled each other out in the end.
Well, they canceled each other out, and had one of those teams scored, we were coming down the stretch, right? The Barca game was over. It was decided. They were in the top 8. It was all good.
Oh, what a
that's
ball
nice.
that is from Lamine. Fermin will do well to bring that down. Here he goes, Fermin. There's Ferran. Nice touch from Ferran. Oh, he's dragged it just wide of the far post. That wasn't badly worked at all from Barca. And unfortunate not to find the finishing touch there. Ferran Torres. Slick play again by the Blaugrana.
Wait, this back line from Elche is just leaking defensively. I don't understand. There's no cohesion between the 4 defenders, and they're letting everybody make these runs in behind without even making it close on an offside. Wow. It's honestly, it's shocking levels of defense.
Yeah.
At the highest level. The highest professional level. Yeah, go on.
So we had that, and then obviously, the chaos ensued, really. Sporting Lisbon then scored, obviously, in the last minute, which we thought, that's changed things, as they've gone up there too. They were still behind us because we had the goal difference.
Right. But so So the sequence that I remembered, because I'm watching all 18 games at once.
You're on a goal show, right?
I'm on a goals show, and it's quickly, by the way, just as a side note, and obviously if something comes up here, we're gonna stop.
Yeah.
But right now there's just a lot of midfield possession going on. That Wednesday night for me has instantaneously in 2 seasons become probably the most exciting frenetic night of sports, or at least of football, all season.
That's to say you're a fan of the format.
Yeah, well, I mean, because the rest of the
Iñaki Peña ought to be careful there. Got away with it, Golden Spence.
the rest of the match days, you have games on Tuesday and then games on Wednesday, but 18 games at once?
Watch out here. Cool, but will do well to get his body in the way. Here he does get his body in the way.
Nada.
Very strong defending there by the 19-year-old who can hammer this one up the field. That's just brilliant from Kubarsi. He really is. He's made this attack all on his own. Oh, and Fermin did not execute that pass. Bit open, bit stretched now. Superb defending from Kubarsi, and then the ball up was crucial too. Alvaro now dancing through. Kubar again in the way.
I think there were like 61 goals in total scored in the span of 90 football minutes, right? So you're just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
It's got to be one of the craziest nights of football of the year. It doesn't have the same type of drama as a Champions League final or whatever, but man, it was crazy because then the sequence was Barca's taken care of. There's 10 minutes left. You're seeing on the goals show the live table of who's in, who's out, who's in the top 8, who's in the top 24. And then you see a Barca rival sitting at number 8, and you're like, all right, so if PSG or Newcastle score, that was what I was thinking.
Yes, yeah.
Then one of them goes in, and that team who's 8th goes out, and then Sporting scored.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, now I think at that point they needed 2.
Madrid.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Or just one. I'm guessing.
Maybe it was already 3-2.
Yes. Yeah.
So you think
it was 3-2. Yeah.
If they get 1, then they're in. Hold on.
Valera away by Kubarsi. De Jong's got him in his back though, so he must swivel away here. He does swivel away. And a bit loose again that time from Barça. Shot could come away here. Not fair. Garcia
play on. Let's go.
Stepping up and dealing with it. So we had all of that, and then you're right. Sporting score. Madrid then started getting the red cards.
Right.
I was thinking they're losing their heads here. Asensio and then Rodrigo. That's a fine ball through. Alvaro's in. Juan Garcia's even quicker. And then the unthinkable happens.
Well, and so you guys were obviously not watching it.
No.
And you can probably pick it up throughout various social media stories afterwards. But Benfica were winning the game. They had the ridiculous luck of having every other game finish just before theirs because they had a little bit more extra time. So they knew that
what they needed.
The goal difference for them wasn't going to be enough and that they were 25th. And to get to 24, that's a slip from Balde.
It is a slip.
To get to 24, they needed another goal against a 9-man Madrid. But the thing is, they didn't know that for a while.
Yeah,
you're watching the show, and they had put up 5 extra minutes of added time. At that point, they already needed it. They spent the first 4.5 minutes of that extra time wasting time.
You being serious? Yeah.
Lubin, the keeper, there was a shot coming in from a Madrid player. He chested it up into the air. No Madrid player chased him, and then he left it there and fell on it and stayed there for 20 seconds. All the fans started shouting because they knew.
Ooh, what a ball that is. Oh, brilliantness from Barça. Ferran. Oh, just a bit loose in the end. Lamine nearly won it back. And I'm not to be for Barça. Yeah, go on, Spence.
So just to finish the thought,
yes.
and we can get back to this game too, because we really haven't missed anything right now.
No.
But that, to me, was the most incredible part, because Jose Mourinho and his staff did not know.
Dangana. Oh, no, Alvaro. 1v1, Alvaro.
Dude,
vital from
stay
Balde.
on your feet.
Really vital defending. Did enough, didn't he, to put off the young striker who couldn't keep balance there, and maybe he ought to have done, because that looked ominous for Barça.
He was looking for it. Just stay on your feet, man.
And he scored if he does. He just goes to ground.
He was already on his way down before he even swung his leg.
Bizarre situation. He was in there, Spence. Eder Sarabia's going to have a talking to here by the referee, which will allow us to finish the Champions League segment, Spence.
So I'm trying to read lips,
Right.
but I'm not getting anything. I don't know if you were.
No.
Okay. It was a calm conversation. We're getting several replays of it now, and I mean, it's just, we don't need that many replays, but
we know it's not going to be given yet.
So anyway, 4.5 minutes. They had no idea, and then all of a sudden they seemed to realize.
Yeah, that's hilarious,
and that's what sent Lubin up, and then he scores,
that's
and
hilarious. It's
chaos
just
breaks.
brilliant. It really is. We were checking it. We were on the post-game show at this point, and Alex turned her phone to me, and she said, "Look, 4-2 Benfica," and I saw the name of the goalkeeper. And I don't think she'd realised that. I said to her, I said, "That's the goalkeeper who just scored it." I was like, I remember that name from the goalkeeper. And it was great. Watch out, that's a lovely flick from Álvaro. Chance for Elche for 1-1. Barça, I'll tell you what, I'll have to do more defending than attacking in the last 10 minutes. And then driven wide. Elche are growing into this one, aren't they, Spence? And they haven't had many clear-cut chances. That was Rodri Mendoza who got the shot away eventually.
Yeah.
But they're starting to put the Catalans under some severe pressure now.
You said it perfectly. None of these chances have made my heart skip a beat, and that makes me somewhat more confident, because if you absorb a couple of these, I think you can still catch Elche out eventually.
Yep.
Because all it takes is one, and that's sort of the injustice of football when you're a team like Elche and you've been working hard and you're trying to get back into the game, and then all of a sudden you look up and it's 2-0.
Nice from Kunde. Ferran's got to play with his back to goal a lot this evening. He was fouled there, bumped. He's going to get this one. Yeah, it's been a while since Barça have been able to break in behind. They'll do well to just relieve themselves of the pressure. It only takes one pass through at times with how many bodies that the home side are throwing forward. The question is whether Barça can execute it. They will have chances to do so. Certainly now that Elche are behind. There is that pass from Olmo. That's how easy it can be. Nice little 1-2 there between Fermín and Lamine. Lamine Yamal onto his left foot. Past a few. Lamine saw Olmo at the back post. Went for him. Couldn't pick him out though. Oh, and Elche can make a bit of a mess of it at the back, a real hash of things. And quick feet from Fermín is going to win the ball back in the end.
Very calm.
Lamine. Nice take from him. Lamine Yamal. Was he fouled? I think he was. Yes, he was. Big foul there. Given.
Ooh.
Decent sort of range for Barça, who did score, by the way, their first free kick in quite some time. It was a foul. He was late.
It's late. I would feel, if I was Elche on that one, I'd feel a little hard done by, but we'll take it. We'll take it.
Oh, yeah. As I said, did get that one from Rashford midweek. First one on Spotify Camp Nou was seen since September 2023, and Ferran Torres scored, by the way. First direct free kick Barça had scored since Pablo Torre against Sevilla last season. So, talking over a year ago. Rashford broke that duck. Let's see now. This is quite the way out. Maybe not for a strike on goal, Spence, from the players we have on the pitch. But let's see. Just Rafinha, does he fancy this maybe? He might well do, you know.
You don't think? No way.
Laid off to Rafinha, no. Taken short, and they try something clever there, Barça.
They did look decent from set pieces on Wednesday, Barça.
Yeah.
I think. Because we were sort of beating that horse a little bit.
Yeah, no, it has been criticised. I mean, obviously, conceding 2 to Slavia, set-piece-wise, in the Champions League week and a half ago wasn't the best of looks, but I mean, Flick said it's something we will need to work on. Here's De Jong. Now Kubarsi. De Jong very much in that low and raw midfield. You can see how advanced Olmo and Firmino. That's excellent football. What a sweeping pass. Rafinha now can get his head up. He's got Ferran lurking in the middle. Rafinha might not need him. He's going to go on his own. Rafinha. It's some piece of skill. Rafinha.
Oh.
He nearly found Lamine. He has found
Olmo.
Lamine. Olmo's in.
Olmo crossbar.
He's hit the crossbar, Dani Olmo. Oh, it was ever so well worked from Barça. Just glorious from Rafinha, really. The quick feet, the footwork. I thought he was going to go for goal here, though, Spence. Surely. There. So unselfish.
That's really well worked. I wish he would have just shot. I'm with you. I wish he would have just had a go, because that was a brilliant individual effort that deserved something from it. But hey, good football, and here we go again.
Fermín. Lamine Yamal. Ferran's lurking, gets his head on the ball, and it's easy for Iñaki Peña. I don't know why I thought that almost shot took a deflection, Spence. It clearly didn't, and it went out behind for a goal kick. Elche gave it straight back to us. That's the closest Barça have come, though. Well, in the last 10-15 minutes, I'd say, really. It's been a little more evenly balanced. Oh, and there you go. That's how quickly things can change. One ball through. Alvaro's in. Oh, he's finished it to perfection, too. And Elche level. Flag has stayed down, and the ex-Real Madrid striker has brought them level here. It'll be tight for offside this, but it was just one little quick 1-2 that broke the Barça defence down. Both teams playing with that advanced line. And, well, that's the effect, isn't it? Elche 1, Barça 1.
All right, well, the first thing I want to do is take a look at the replay just to confirm, although I do think that was a nice run that he made. Alvaro came from a very deep position. He wasn't on the edge of this line when the run was made, and he looks to be onside. That's a really well-timed run, and that's the way to beat the back line, too. If you get a head start, then you can get in behind if the pass is right, which it was. The finish is clean. It's a good goal. And we have the game that we were sort of expecting.
I'd say so, Spence. 1-1 here as the clock strikes half an hour of football played at the Martínez Valero. And there you go. That's the danger that Barça always have. I do feel like in recent weeks we've sort of escaped a lot of what we were seeing at the early stage of the season. Exactly that situation was happening all the time. I remember a game away to Celta Vigo where that happened about 4 or 5 times in the first half. Just those 1-2s on the halfway line, really, and he's in. And Alvaro made no mistake on that occasion. If he slipped a few moments ago, he punished on that occasion. Very good left-footed finish. And Elche level. And just as Barça down the other end had a chance to make it 2 and maybe just brush Elche away, now we're going to have to really focus up here and get themselves back into this one. That's a glorious little 1-2. Speaking of 1-2s, Balde's in. How about that for a ball to Ferran? He's in. Surely he's fouled.
Absolutely,
yes, he was.
It's a penalty.
And it's offside. Oh, we just thought Barça were going to retake the lead maybe from the penalty spot, but no, Ferran had gone just too early here for this little ball from Balde. And I think he has, Spence, hasn't he?
Goodness, it's close. Did the referee signal penalty?
He went for it, and then...
But if he signaled penalty and then offside, it's different if he just signaled offside. Because it doesn't matter. It's already confirmed.
There you go.
Fine.
That's the hope Barca have to have, though. I mean, we're not going to be short of chances here, surely. Not with the way Elche are playing, but you've got to be clinical. You've got to take them, and then you have to manage the other elements of the game, don't you? Because whilst they leave gaps in behind, they certainly pose threat going forward, and they've shown that just a few moments ago now with that equaliser from Alvaro.
I think it's important that Barca keep the energy up because the verticality in this game has been really good from them. They've been able to find really nice, straightforward passes that put them into dangerous spots, but they have to be able to make those runs consistently throughout, at the very least, the rest of this first half to keep the energy up and see if they can find another one.
Frenkie de Jong now just leaving this for Olmo. Alejandro Balde, who has already on a few occasions got in down that left-hand side for Barca. Lamine popping up centrally. He's produced a glorious piece of skill and then dished the ball wide here.
I like when he goes to the middle.
Fermín López. It's back to Lamine Yamal. Very much the heart of things. Ferran's in! He's missed a sitter. It's come back off him and then hit the post. Bar and post, and somehow not the second goal for Barca. Well, make sense of that. Still no way through then.
Come on, keep it up.
Spence, we'll take a very good look at that in a few moments' time, won't we? My God, now you're going to get the chance to do so. How on earth has that not gone in?
Your guess is as good as mine on that one. First of all, Lamine Yamal popping up in the middle of the pitch has been a welcomed surprise. And I don't know how Ferran misses either of those. So the first one, he hits the crossbar. The second one, it comes off of his shoulder/arm and then hits the post. That would have counted too.
Oh my goodness me.
I mean, the only thing I can say is keep at it. There's the reaction from Hansi.
My God. He couldn't believe it just as we could. And I'll tell you what, Spence, the first one's gilt-edged because the first one, he at least has a bit of time to think about it and set himself up and guide that, and he just gets a little bit too underneath it. Second one comes at him ever so quickly. He actually does relatively well, I think, to adjust his shoulder. And, well, then it's just a a game of luck and hope, isn't it, really, as to whether it goes in. Remarkably, Ferran not on the score sheet. Would have been his 16th goal of the season. It's not to be, though, yet for Barça. They remain tied 1-1 here. That's a nice run, that, though, isn't it, through the heart of the Elche team by Cubarsí. Barça starting to assert themselves on this one once more. De Jong has floated that wide to Lamine Yamal, who it's fair to say looks in the mood tonight. Here he is, Lamine. Oh, that's ever so well done. De Jong's in. If he can find him, Fermin, and then Ferran. You can know what I'm going to say, people. I can't believe Barça haven't scored again.
Gotta keep going. Gotta keep believing. Should he have touched this, Ferran?
Yeah, good question, Spence.
Yeah,
They were gonna block
I think
that,
they
right?
would have been blocked. This will be a good angle to find out. Yeah, that would have been dealt with.
He ends up doing their job for them, though, doesn't he? He almost needs to help it on its way rather than redirecting it, which is what he ended up doing.
You know, I think we can only hope that Ferran actually gets another couple of chances in this game, because he's not going to want to live with the chances that he's been given and that be all.
100%. Can eat away. He's used a striker. He looked offside there. Through to Joan Garcia. Barça, just since that Elche goal have gone in, have just got that energy maybe that you were speaking about, Spence. A spring in our step that I do think since our goal maybe we start to lack a little bit. We let Elche grow back into this one with their energy, and now it seems like Flick's team are starting to regather that.
Yeah, but I'm okay. Look out. There you go. What are we doing? All right, but this is okay. I still think that the level of verticality that Barça are proving with just about every push.
Glimpse of Lewandowski on the bench there.
It was Szczesny and Lewandowski, and whatever they said, probably in Polish, it looked to be funny. Listen, if I'm Barça, I do not take your foot off the gas before halftime, because otherwise you
got himself caught out there, I will say. Just initially, Koundé got himself caught out in a really tricky position as a fullback. Do you go? Do you stay? He went, and then he left his winger in, and in the end, Elche not able to get onto the end of the ball into the cross. Spence, you were saying?
I think that Eder Sarabia sees a lot of defensive liability right now, but he can't do a ton about it until halftime. So the next 10 minutes, or however much gets added on, is crucial for Barça to stick to the game plan and keep pushing, looking for that goal before the second half.
It'd be vital, wouldn't it, if Barça were to
that.
Get one. There's the ball from Olmo. What a ball it was. Rafinha's in here. Does he go on
Just
his own this
shoot!
time?
Shoot!
Rafinha! Oh, goodness me. Pulled it back again, Spence. And cleared away from the onrushing Ferran. Should he have gone on his own? I'll ask the question again. Just as the chance earlier. He's pulled it back, hasn't he, Spence? I think, no?
You're Rafinha! Shoot! You're so good at shooting and scoring and being Rafinha. I don't understand that. I don't get that.
Especially from those angles. He's mastered that skill
That's
of
his-
across the keeper.
That's his thing.
I agree, that's his thing. De Jong now from the resulting corner to the back post.
Bam.
There are the Barca heads! Oh my God, was that a save from Iñaki Peña? Eddie Garcia certainly thinks it was. He can't believe it. It's gone behind for a goal kick. Did Iñaki get a touch on it? Referee says no. Well, we've had action, haven't we, Spence? It's been action-packed. It's been very entertaining. There's the Elche equaliser.
We don't have enough. We don't have enough time for replays.
No, we don't.
There's
It's
too much
straight
going
back to
on.
the action.
But since that Elche equalizer, whatever production team was queuing up the replay of that goal, we've had about 6 chances since then.
We have pretty much all for Barca, by the way, who've not quite made the most of them just yet. That Rafinha one looked ominous, didn't it, for Elche? He was bearing down on goal, and in the end, it ended up pulling things back. We think he should have gone for goal.
If you like football, or perhaps maybe even more so if you are new to football and you don't really know you like football, this is a perfect game for you to watch, because Barca are making football look very easy, attacking football. That's our first card of the game.
There you go, booking. This time it's for
John Donald.
John Donald, yeah, that's correct. There he is, into the book.
I think he's British. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, is he?
I think so. Hold on, let me check. Because I think he made his debut in that Copa game that I called like 3 years ago.
Ah.
John Donald Elche.
Silent.
Wait. Okay, no, his name is
Okay.
John Donald, but there's nothing British here. I thought I saw a little English flag next to him, but well, I digress.
Born in Spain, wasn't he? No. This is Fermin. Yeah, I agree, Spence. Very good. Watch this, isn't it? Certainly for a neutral. Balde.
Balde's in the mood too.
Those runs, he loves them. That's an expert from Balde. He tried to find Ferran. If Barca can get it wide, that's where Lamine is. Here he comes.
Hello, Lamine.
The Barca number 10. Lamine Yamal shoots. Straight down the throat of Iñaki Peña. Who has gone long here immediately. That's some kick for Iñaki Peña, my God, but it's gone all the way through to Joan Garcia. And then a loose touch is going to let Barca back in. Lamine, though, it's been one of those games. Back and forth, back and forth. Here is John. He'll retreat, and Elche will try and get some much wanted grip on the ball. That's a wonderful switch. I'm not sure if...
I think that's on.
Yeah, here we go then. Pedrosa is left-footed, playing a right back, by the way. Joan Garcia saw that all the way, got it.
Wow.
Claimed it, and there you go. We go again. Look at the space De Jong's got to run into.
It's just wide open.
Feels like the 85th minute of a game, this, Spence. This is Lamine.
I feel like
Ferran.
Yeah,
Frankie De Jong's in.
It's gotta be.
He's gone round Iñaki Peña. Surely it's going to be 1-0. Ferran Torres. It is. And there you go. This time, no mistake from the Shark. He blasts that into the roof of the net. How cool was that from De Jong? A brilliant Barca move. And it's finished off by their top scorer this season. Ferran Torres is 16 and up for the campaign. And he does get his goal, Spence. Elche 1, Barca 2.
I mean, how many chances you want? But that's exactly what they needed to do, man. They went out and they got it, and it happened before Eder Sarabia could make appropriate changes. Frankie is onside in the build-up, and he stays composed. The Elche defense are, I believe they call it 6s and 7s, although I don't know what that means anymore. That might mean something new.
Yeah.
This is the chance that Ferran gets, and he almost boots this one too. He almost sends it into the 50th row. He hit it hard. It goes into the underside of the roof of the net. It all counts the same. It's 2-1. Let's go get a third.
There you go, Spence. There's the goal you were calling for before half-time. I must say, De Jong, who sort of started that, Joan Garcia rolled it out to him, and he ran the length of the pitch, and eventually it found its way back to the Dutchman, who was so cool, so calm. And there you go, Ferran 12, by the way, in the league, 16 in all competitions. Let's see how Hansi Flick reacted to this one then.
Flick cam, pam. Thank you.
Oi.
That is exasperation.
He's enjoyed that one,
Punching the air.
Properly passionate tonight, Hansi Flick. I wish they could hear that on the programme.
Oh, wow. You know, we got a lot of football left to play.
That was tighter than it looked, by the way.
We got a lot of football left to play. But I would love if the game just continued to look like this, because this is a lot of fun.
It's really good fun, Spencer. And I think it's so fun because we don't often see it. We so often see the game that we know we're going to see, which is possession.
But Barça have no reason to stop what they're doing, and Elche have not yet proven that they can contain it. My only fear, as Lamine, I think, is going to receive this onside.
Oh, he is. What a switch from Eric. Lamine's gone past one. He's got Fermin in the middle. Oh, my God, Spence, it's not. He's missed a sitter, Fermin. We were already celebrating, weren't we? And Flick knows that should have been 3-1. And maybe. No, we're getting an idea. It should be 7-0.
He just dropped John Donald like nothing. He left him in his wake. Dude, finish these.
Ruthless from Lamine. I mean, I must say, it should have been a guaranteed goal for Barca people. Lamine, he brushed Donald aside. He set up Fermin perfectly. He's coming onto it, a player of his quality. I can't believe he didn't reach the back of the net. I really can't.
But this is my point. Barca have no reason to stop doing what they're doing. It's 2-1. They're not going to Getafe this to the finish line. They're going to look for the third and the fourth and the fifth goal because that's who they are. Elche have proven that so far that they can't stop it. Maybe they make an adjustment at halftime, but here we go again.
So much space for Rafinha. Look at this. Rafinha's in. Does he go on his own?
Yes.
This time he does.
Yeah.
Oh, he drags it just wide of the far post. That's where he likes it, isn't it, Spence? There's the Rafinha cutter. This is great.
What a game of football, man. This is. When's Getafe? Because I'm not coming in that day.
Yeah. Cool off. My goodness me.
Flick cam?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. That might well have been called offside, by the way. That ball to Lamine initially, Spence. That was Flick's reaction to the Fermin chance, people.
Yeah, I mean...
That we are seeing on your screen. Well, we can't believe he's missed it, and he kicks the post in frustration. Fermin, who has renewed until 2031 with the club, a brilliant piece of news, of course, strategically, but he should have scored that.
So my only fear about how much fun this first half has been, and I don't want to be the one who's... I don't want to be the agua fiestas, as they say here, which pours water on the party, but... Typically, when a half of football is this entertaining, the second half or vice versa is usually very different. It's very rare that we get 90 minutes of this type of intensity. I would love if that were the case. And again, the stars are kind of aligned for it to be that way.
This is just so good.
But
It's non-stop. Rafinha's
so
got
easy.
loads of room again. If Ferran can make that run, he's in. He's found Fermin! Who again just gets too much on it, guides it over the crossbar.
I need a Flick reaction that's encouraging, honestly, at this point. And I don't mean that Hansi knows what he's doing, and Hansi, I guarantee you, after that miss and the miss before that and the miss before that, is throwing his hands in the air and going, "You gotta be kidding me!"
Yeah.
But I think at this point he needs to change his tone and be like, "Come on, guys, we're in. Do this again. Let's go." Like some positive reinforcement.
Yeah.
Because the players are getting frustrated. They're doing everything right. They just got to finish.
Yeah, you're right. We need to keep calm and keep doing it because we will get the third and then the fourth, and this will be game over if we keep doing this. But yeah, you're right. You don't want the misses to get to you, and you go, it's never going to go in. And it's like, no, it will. But we've got to keep doing things right. You hope that that's what Flick will be reiterating to Barça at half-time. We've had 14 shots, by the way. Only 4 on target, but... out of those 14 shots, I don't know, Spence, maybe 9, 10 of those have been really good chances.
Can we get some XG?
Yeah, go for it. Additional time. That's a nice little announcement for additional time. Still 3 minutes this chaos, by the way, people. So
I wouldn't want this first half to end.
don't go anywhere just yet. Elche have got possession again, though. First time we've said that in quite a while. It's been all Barça going forward, and it's going to go back to Joan Garcia.
You wanna take a stab at XG?
An XG, okay. Oh, I mean, I'll tell you what. We've had open goals.
How many goals?
We're in.
Hold on.
Ferran,
Hold on.
Ferran's in, yeah. He's got the wrong side of the defender. Rafinha's in far post. Way too much on that from Ferran, and he's not going to reach it.
How many goals does the computer say we should have right now?
I'm going to go, Spence, 2.8.
You're
way off.
You're not really that close. 3.67.
No way.
3.67. 3.67. We should have between 3 and 4 goals right now, and we have 2. And we should. We look at this realistically, and we're like, yeah, we probably should have scored 1 or 2 more.
Yeah. My God, yeah. What was I thinking? Of course, we already scored 2. Of course, we got the one on 2.8. You think about the Ferran one, the Fermin one. Those are both almost 1 XG on their own, aren't they? How about that from Lamine? Glorious switch to Koundé, who has got Ferran at the back post. Also got Rafinha there too, who was sliding in. Fermin will retrieve this.
There's still time here.
Wave after wave.
Although I don't really know what Barça... I don't know if Barça know what to do right now, because now they're knocking it around in their attacking third, and that just hasn't happened.
It hasn't, yeah. This sort of setup hasn't happened all game, where they're having to break down the white shirts, has it? Not at all.
No. They're almost stuck. I would just go all the way back to Joan Garcia.
And wait for them to press again,
and then do it again.
Balde's been given way too much room, though, again. And look at the run Ferran's made. He's in if he hurries. Ferran should make it 3. Ferran's going to make it 3. Barça, it's off the line. Oh, my goodness gracious me.
My goodness gracious me.
The Brits out. Here's Lamine. Spence, I'm going to say this. For me, that's maybe the most frustrating one of the night. What I mean by that is he's got time. He does everything right. He goes round the keeper.
There's still time for more.
And it's Lamine now. Lamine Yamal glides past one corner. Quite literally a miracle that this is only 2-1 at half-time. Am I right?
I'm lost for words.
Oh, can I say also, the Elche defence, this is so poor. That one there, that ball from Balde was really poor, the way they let Ferran get in. Didn't get enough on it, did he?
Bum, 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 bum. Fine, let him score. Again. He's got 1.
Already got 1. Can he get a second into the front post away and behind for another corner? We've played the 3 additional minutes.
Is there time for this one?
Mendoza's down. Surely Elche will be thanking their lucky stars here that they're only a goal behind at the interval. But it is quite literally a LaLiga miracle, this.
Kind of hoping we don't get a replay of that because I don't know who's that's down.
I think it's Rodri Mendoza. I could be wrong. No, it's not. It's André Silva. Sorry. It's André Silva.
I think he may have taken that one in a tough spot.
Okay. It would make sense as to why he was
taking him a long time to get up. Yeah.
Corner again here then. Final chance Barca are going to get. In it goes. Again, it's in towards that front post. Olmo got something on it. Hacked clear. And my goodness me, how happy will Elche be to hear that half-time whistle. They will be absolutely delighted. And so, half-time at the Martínez Valero. It is Elche 1, Barça 2. So we do lead at the interval. We do lead by just a single goal. I'm not quite sure how it's all happened. Lamine put us ahead early. Then Elche came back into things. Alvaro equalised. Since then, it's been an onslaught. Barça could have had 10 as it was. It's Elche 1, Barça 2. What a half of football. We'll be back for the second half shortly. That was fun, wasn't it, people? How about that for a first half of La Liga football? Not every week you see that, that's for sure. 17 shots Barça have had, but they've only got 2 goals spent, so more importantly, we're only leading by 1. Try and unpick that, because there was chance after chance after chance, and I wish we could almost go through them all, right, and do a run-through of every single one right now, but give it a little bit of a go. I mean, what a half.
We're going to have, what, a 3-minute highlights package at the end of this game?
Yeah.
And there's no way we're going to be able to fit in all of the chances just from that first half. Barça generated 4.22 expected goals when it was all said and done in that first half, which means that according to analytics, advanced analytics, Barça should have at least 4 goals on the board right now and be leading this game by more than 2. That's not the case. That's just football. So here's the big challenge, because I didn't really have that many doubts about the way that first half was going to end.
Yeah.
It ended the way that we thought it was going to end, minus the fact that they didn't score another one, which I thought was more likely than not. Can they maintain this in the second half? What changes is Eder Sarabia going to make to his back line to try and close down some of the ridiculous amounts of space that are available to these Barca players? And can Barca just go out and basically take this game by the scruff of the neck, I believe, as they say in your neck of the woods?
We're in 6s and 7s at the back, yeah. Yeah, we'd love to know what that means, wouldn't we? This isn't the same as the La Real game, but it's reminding me in the fact that we're getting so many chances and we're not scoring them. And it's got to a quite comedic point almost, where you're going, how was that not in the back of the net? That Ferran one at the end of the half when he goes round Peña. I mean, the fact that it doesn't end up in the net, you're going, is what we're seeing real right now?
Yeah,
and it is. And look, it's different to that La Real game. At halftime, we were 1-0 down. We didn't know how, but we are 2-1 up now, and this is a different team. It is a different scenario. But Flick will be saying at halftime, guys, don't make the mistake here. Get the third quickly and see this off, because now we will be able to see some of the chances spent.
No,
they've been relentless.
We'll make it quick, because then we can get to the halftime quiz and we can talk about this more in the second half. But to me, this is way different than the La Real game, because the La Real game, they were generating chances. They were putting the ball in spots where it should have been a goal, and Alex Ramiro just was standing on his head, and that's football. This is the Barca players only have themselves to blame for not having more goals at this point. It's not like it's not like Iñaki Peña is having a standout performance.
No.
It's just they haven't finished the chances, so now you got to go and get them in the second half.
Yep, couldn't agree more. Yeah, there's been some remarkable near misses. There really have been. It's been a quite unbelievable watch. As Spence said, we're going to leave you with the halftime quiz now. Play along. Calm yourselves down if you like. I'm seeing a lot of thoughts in the members live chat. Maybe we'll pick some of those up before the second half begins and we come back in about 5-6 minutes time. Take a break, people. Grab yourself a drink. Grab yourself some food. This should be a good second half. Let's hope for more of the same. Halftime, it's Elche 1, Barça 2. Here's the halftime quiz. Right then, people, have you taken a little bit of a break? Have you been able to gather your thoughts off of that one? Elche 1, Barça 2. We're not quite sure how it's only 2. Barça probably should have had a 7 or 8 really in that first half. We've looked at the expected goals. Spence, I mean, one of the halves of the season at least. I mean, it's not been boring. We would say that. But the question I want to ask you is, who was the best player in that unbelievable first half? And what a first half it was, by the way. I know this isn't an easy question.
No.
But I will indeed throw it at you anyway.
Strange.
Here we go.
It's strange. Yeah, who do we got?
Options we got on our screens. I mean, Olmo and Balde we've gone for, who produced a lot going forward. I mean, you've got Fermin has missed a few chances. Ferran's missed quite a few. Rafinha's obviously been an element. Frenkie de Jong I thought has been quite good. The assist for the second goal was great.
Yeah, it's a weird game. It's weird because everybody's been good, but not great, and at times poor. So you really struggle, I think, to criticize a team that just generate. And I don't want to lean too heavily on the XG stuff, but stats are stats, right? And you really struggle to criticize a team that just generated 4.2 expected goals. But at the same time, you gotta score some of these. So for me, I think the best player in the first half, like the one who didn't put as many feet wrong, was Balde.
Okay.
Because he continuously found space to drive forward. He was making diagonal passes that opened up play to Lamine. He was finding players with his outstanding dribbling. He was in behind Rafinha. Like that, for me, he was the guy who did the least wrong in that first half. And there were a lot of players who, they got to take risks, and Ferran did a lot of things wrong, but then he did a lot of things right. He got the goal, and he generated a few other chances that maybe should have been a goal. This is a tough one to break down, and my only hope as we get into the second half, as the players are just about ready, hopefully, to get back out on the pitch, I wonder what the energy level is going to be like coming out of the gate.
I'm really intrigued, Spence, as to what we see in the second half here from Barça, and I mean that. I mean, you said it, so often we've had a half that good, that exciting, that bonkers, if you like. It's not the same in the second, but with these two teams, you actually never know, or do you think that Eder Sarabia is going to be in there tweaking things at halftime now? Do they even have that in their locker, Elche? Are they able to tweak things that dramatically? Or is this just the way they play?
You make a really good point. The problem with a lot of teams like Elche are that their DNA is built such that they don't really have another option, and they have to continue staying true to who they are and play the style that they're used to. Also, it would be different if it was 1-1, or if it was 2-2, or if Elche were leading this game by a goal, because then they could think about maybe we try to do something differently, but they have to go find another goal, which means they have to play that open style that we've become accustomed to seeing. And Barça, like I said, they're not going to sit on this. They're not going to try to run the clock out for 45 minutes. They're just going to keep doing what we typically know of them. And the way that they've proven they can break down Elche's defense and find the gaps easily, if the gaps are as wide as they were in the first half, which is the thing that Eder Sarabia should be looking to correct, which, easier said than done when you're trying to play your style, but staying more compact would be his message in the locker room at halftime. It's one thing to press high up the pitch. It's one thing to try and knock passes together quickly to try and get up the pitch, the way that they like to. But if they can stay more compact defensively, especially along the back line, which was a shambles in the first half.
It was, yeah.
Well, then maybe there's a chance for them.
Yep, certainly so. It's going to be fascinating to see how Elche come out for the second half. It's going to be likewise, fascinating to see how Barça approach things. Do they keep on that onslaught that we produced in the last 15 minutes of the first half after the Alvaro equaliser, when it was all Barça? It really was. It was unbelievable, and you were just watching chance after chance, thinking, when is this going to end? Is this going to end? When are we going to get the third goal, the fourth goal? And then we've only got the second of the game, and Hansi Flick, will there be frustration or encouragement from him at halftime, Spence? Because maybe there should be the latter, but it looked like we saw quite a lot of the former.
Yeah, nobody's going to know. Hopefully, Llorens will get to the bottom of it at the end of this game when he gets to talk to Hansi.
Yeah.
I think that's a good reason to stay tuned for the post game so that we can hear what Hansi says.
And the highlights to this, which is going to be great
well,
fun.
the highlights is a separate thing. That we're going to see for sure. But what his message is, well, his message might be fairly clear. And I think he is choosing a guy who won't have any problem wanting to run for 45 minutes and get up and down the pitch. And some of our chat, the chat's been clamoring for this tonight.
Really? Yeah.
The chat, I've been seeing the chat call for it. You guys, you got it right. There's a halftime sub coming in. Don't give it away just yet.
Don't give it away just yet. We're going to go to game commentary, then we'll tell you who's on at halftime for Barça. Here we go. Hello and welcome back here to second half action between Elche and Barça. And there you go, the man on your screens, Mr. Marcus Rashford, is going to be coming on at half-time here for Barça. Now, we did see him getting some instruction from the coaching staff. I wasn't quite expecting this to be a half-time change, though, Spence. Not with the number of chances we've been generating. Is that Hansi Flick going, this is a Rashford game. The space Elche are leaving is his bread and butter. Who on earth will that be for, though? Is it a number 9 switch that maybe? I'm not sure. I've seen Ferran.
I didn't see Ferran, but I also didn't see Rafinha.
Yeah,
so those are the two players in question, and those are really the only two options that it can be. So let's see what... Here we go. We're going to get the answer now.
There you go, Rafinha.
Rafinha out. So maybe Rafinha, 45 minutes of rest.
My God.
Get him ready for the midweek game against Albacete, maybe.
Oof.
I don't know.
Well, let's hope it's nothing. You know, first and foremost, obviously. Let's certainly hope not.
I didn't see any indication. No. That would be very surprising. I think this is tactical, and honestly, it makes a lot of tactical sense. Like Rashford's going to be the guy just sprinting up and down next to Balde. Those two can overlap too. There's a lot of speed on the pitch for Barça, and that's the thing that's been their best asset, which is why this wasn't really a Pedri game to begin with. So it's why they're not struggling in attack without Pedri.
Yeah,
How many times have we watched games and it's like, oh, we could really use Pedri tonight?
Yeah.
And every game it's great to have him, but tonight is not really his type of game.
Yeah, you said it, Spence. It hasn't been at all. No. It's been end-to-end frantic and so much space in behind. And, well, so we're back underway here for the second 45 minutes. What does this have in store? So, no personnel changes for Elche. There has been a personnel change for Barça. But maybe Sarabia has tweaked a few things. Anyway, the next 45 minutes of LaLiga action, they're going to tell us all of that. Here comes Lamine Yamal. Early start is it for Barça. Straight away. Straight up to Ferran Torres. There's Marcus Rashford. Only played 22 seconds in the second half. Rashford. Olmo takes it. Challenged away behind for a corner. Want a goal kick, Elche.
The first... we're going to see exactly, because it's going to happen a lot. Barça are going to run at the back line. But that first impression is that Eder Sarabia said what we said at halftime, which is that between the back line and the midfield line, there needs to be tighter space, more compact, as we're seeing Robert Lewandowski get loose on the touch line. Perhaps he could be destined for this game in 15 minutes.
Rashford's corner, flicked onto the front post, behind for a goal kick. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for maybe that more clinical edge in the final third, he'll be a different sort of name, though, for the space in behind, really. You get the feeling that's why Ferran is there. But if you want a clinical edge to maybe just tie some of these up, then maybe Levy's your man. Half-time sub of Rashford is fascinating, though. Let's see what the Englishman can produce. This is odd.
What's happening?
Nothing.
Okay. Referee just stopped play for a moment. Play on.
Yeah, he was getting some message sent to him by the video assistant referee, but I'm guessing they were checking something off of that corner. Didn't look like anything to me, and we have now played on. And it's just trying to get themselves out of their own half. They didn't do a lot of that, actually, after the Alvaro goal. When you can see the possession stats, only 35% of the ball they've had.
That would be a season low for them.
Yeah. There you go. Rashford will do well to compete here. And in the end, it's actually gone behind for a goal kick.
Which, to be fair, a lot of teams will suffer their season low in possession totals when facing Barça. But Elche are among one of the league leaders in possession, so it's a bit more surprising.
Yeah, it definitely is. But, I mean, it's come really from that spell at the end of the first half, Spence, when they just couldn't get out, and it was wave after wave of Barça attacks and pressure.
You mean like this? Oof.
A little bit like that, yeah. Ferran couldn't get onto the end of the ball forward from Olmo. Feels like the way Barça played has hushed the crowd just a little bit too. Bad giveaway in midfield. Almost picked it up. Well won back though once more. And maybe now Elche can bring themselves away. This is Valera on the left-hand side. Inside to Mendoza. It's not a bad switch from Mendoza. Might be a bit too much for Pedrosa to get on the end of it. It's not. Here he comes then. Left foot delivery is sweet to the back post, and Valera will do well to keep that in. Did he keep that in? Yes, he did. No. One of those where you question whether all the ball was out of play or not. The referee says it was. There is Eder Sarabia. One of his more challenging half-time team talks. One of those who will sort of die on his principles of the way he wants to play football.
Well, and he'll look at that first half and think, my goodness, were we fortunate, because we could be down a lot worse than we're down right now. We're still in this game. Let's try to use that and see if we can actually get back into it and take something from it.
Yeah, that's going to be the hope for Elche now. Still just one goal behind. That's the important stat for all the chances Barça have had, all of the shots we're seeing in possession. Well, Elche just one goal behind.
Look at that. Again, Balde.
Balde in space. Ferran maybe should have gone for the give and go because Balde may well have been in there. Olmo back to Cubarsí now. Flick very animated on the touchline tonight, as you can see. Oh, how about that for a take from Ferran? Was he fouled? No. And O'Donnell's going to bring this clear. And that's a nice sweet flick to Valera. It's in behind Koundé for now. Koundé trying to get back at him. What a switch that is. Alvaro's in here. This for 2-2 is Alvaro. Juan Garcia.
Ooh.
Oh, did he get a touch on that? I'm not so sure he did. Behind.
That's the danger that we're in right now. It's still 2-1. This is why this game might stay energetic for the time being.
He doesn't get a touch. It just floats wide of his far post. See the reaction of the Elche fans there. Yeah, that's it, Spence, isn't it? One ball in behind, just like for their equaliser. And he had all the time there to bring it back onto his left foot, Alvaro, and get a good shot away. Lamine trying that typical flick round the back. You can see it though, Elche, even in the position they're in now, if they give it away, the space is remarkable already that they will be leaving. But Barça have got to win it back here. They haven't. And Elche could be in. Good from Olmo. Tracked his man well. Well, they're giving straight back.
Yeah, there are so many Elche players forward, which is why this game might stay high octane like this. Just because if they turn it over, like you said, really not anybody else back there, and Barça get overloads.
See how high both defensive lines are. Look at the way Barça talk about sticking to their principles. How about that from Lamine Yamal? That was ever so good from him. Ferran now, if he flicks it, Rashford's in. He couldn't quite get it out of his feet, though, to find the Englishman. Good again, pressure from Lamine. He showed that pressure, didn't he, against Oviedo last weekend to win the ball back. The Angana. Now it's well offside to me. We'll play this through. Rodri Mendoza's cleaned it through. Here he comes. And he sticks it in the back of the net. And the flag is up.
Why?
Not going to count.
We didn't have to do that.
We didn't. This that's an absolute mile offside. This will tell us here. The Angana there. There's a good body off, to be fair. Yeah.
It's offside enough.
Yeah, it's pretty far off. I think everyone knew it. He knew it. Elche knew it. Just 6 minutes gone here in the second half at the Martínez Valero Stadium. Eddie Garcia's gone direct with that free kick. Olmo now, look at the room that Lamine Yamal can get into. Here he comes then, Lamine for Barça, the number 10. Taking on his man, Lamine. Olmo, back to Lamine Yamal, goes for a low strike in the end.
Good idea.
He's been everywhere tonight, the 18-year-old. Fermín, Balde.
Right about that.
Marcus Rashford.
Popping up in all the right spots.
He is, isn't he, Lamine Yamal? And he's drifting a lot tonight as well, Spence. You know, when he's coming inside, Fermín's often been the one to go wide right. That's not the case right now. De Jong. There is Fermín López. Different sort of approach in the second half from Barça. Elche players behind the ball and Barça trying to break them down through methodical passing, much like we're used to seeing in the Spanish top flight. This is Rashford once more. Ooh, a little give and go attempted there by Ferran, but it was a bit too tight, and Elche can bring this clear. Just expertly dealt with by Eddie Garcia, wasn't it? take a bow.
Yeah, and if Barça have to break Elche down the more traditional way, we've seen that they can do that too. So it might be a little bit slower and more methodical rather than the run and gun that we saw in the first half.
That was great, man. That was really great.
But here we go again. You can see Elche are sort of drawing themselves out. And if Barça get through that first line and a half, they can turn and burn.
To be fair, in the first half, there was a period where not a lot was going on. And then it took to life, didn't it? Around about the Elche goal. Could be a similar case today in the second half, you know. Rashford, look at Balde in the end. Actually,
Ooh,
Rashford,
yeah.
What a switch. Lamine, if he takes us in his stride, he's
Yes,
in.
he does.
Lamine Yamal, always wants on his left. Slips. Lamine, still. Somehow scrapping to keep hold of the ball. Lamine, and in the end, he's made a bit of a mess of that. And Elche can come clear. What a ball by Rashford, wasn't it? Koundé left something in there. Play on.
Yeah. Lamine got caught a little bit, and then he just, you know.
Maybe Elche wanted this one stopped, but in the end they've ended up playing on. With Diangana. Mendoza, a bit of a loose touch from him. Back to Jean. Maybe the possession stats will slowly even out in this second half. That was the little bump from Koundé. Comes off for Juan Garcia. Well, a much different start to the second half, Spence, you would say, wouldn't you? Very different indeed.
Yeah, if you're judging the game in the first 10 minutes of this half based on, in comparison to the first half, how likely I am to fall asleep, yeah. It was pretty hard to reach the level of energy that we saw in the first half. Although, listen, you flip a switch and it could happen in an instant here.
De Jong thought he was fouled there. The referee didn't agree. And now John can bring this forward. John, Alvaro. Could take from Eric Garcia's marshaled him well so far tonight. I'm not sure who that came off last.
Nicely done, Kubarsi.
Had to get that, didn't they? Kubarsi. And yeah, there you go. In the end it goes. That's going to be an offside, isn't it?
Flick cam.
There he is, Hansi Flick. I think it's Elche who are going to make a change here then, as we can see.
Flick cam.
Redondo's going to come on.
That's an interesting last name.
Yeah?
Is that not just directly round?
Yeah. Redondo, just round, yeah.
Round.
Spencer round. We're seeing Rafinha on the bench there. I mean, we're just guessing that's tactical or resting or Flick saying that this is a different sort of game, maybe. De Jong. Thought like the switch of play. Didn't use it in the end. He's got Olmo here in support. Danny Olmo. And De Jong both enjoying themselves there. Koundé. He's got Lamine Yamal trying to make the darting run in behind. Now Lamine Yamal comes short. Lamine. Oh, he's shown so much quality in this game so far tonight. Lamine Yamal in some of his best form of the season. Balde with the option. Rashford found him. It's a different approach from Barça. It's patient. Elche playing the sort of defensive football they're not used to playing. Not really played like this all season. Loose touch there is going to let Fermin
That'll
in.
work.
This is
Shoot!
Lamine. Yamal didn't shoot. Surely now! Oh, and
my
Ferran
goodness.
Torres should have made it 3. A brilliant block. Koundé. Closest Barca have come in the second half, without a doubt.
Unbelievable. Come on.
Ferran. And he didn't get enough on that layoff too, Fermin. And if Elche hurry, they can break away. But Barca have won it back again. Spence will take a look at that in a moment. To me, Lamine should have shot way earlier. Chance did end up falling to Ferran. And in the end, it was a good block, wasn't it, between the defender and Iñaki Peña. Balde.
Yeah, Elche are putting a lot more players behind the ball now.
Yeah, they are. It's a different approach from them.
They've got 5 at the back, more or less. Valera's helping out there. They're making it a lot more difficult for Barca to get in behind. They're a little bit more together along that back line.
Kubarsi.
I say a little bit because I still think at any moment Barca can could strike and get that insurance goal that we need.
Joan Garcia. Joan Garcia goes long. That's not a bad ball either, you know, towards Lamine Yamal. All the way through, though, to Iñaki Peña. Spent time on this in a few weeks. We'll welcome some new members because there's been a few of them today and we haven't welcomed a few of them.
Go on then.
What a game it's been, members. And there's quite a few of you too who are welcomed to the Barça member family as Fermín López is tussling and he's fouled. Ángel Eduardo Ramírez Tello, Danito FCB 4704, Víctor Manuel Navarro Herras. We have Juan Balibrea, Tommy Torri, Ulises Muñoz, Adriana Mata, Alexander De Pau, Bella Kovacs, Molin Jabong, Chalino Sanchez, Y70, and Sabina Pollock 8055. Welcome all of you to the Barça YouTube member family and make yourselves known also in the members live chat if you are one of the names I've just read out. Here come Elche once more, and in the end it goes behind for a goal kick.
Ángel Eduardo Ramírez Tello.
There were some great names there this time,
Wow,
Spence.
that's many names. It's impressive.
Actually, they're already doing it, so let's do it. Fill the chat with some Visca Barças as well whilst you're at it, people. Dardo Gaming, Prita Malaguita, Matt Glumbis is doing it. Elmir Day says, bring in Levy now.
Yeah, I was actually I was gonna say that. I agree.
Yeah?
I'm in. Let's get Levy out there. He'll score the third.
Bit of ruthlessness, yeah.
Yeah, I'm in. Absolutely agree.
We nearly reached the hour mark here. Elche, I've got the game in a point.
Stop it! Because we've already done the Lamine wrap, so
and you want the Levy wrap, yeah.
we might as well go for the brace of wraps. Oh, listen. Ask and ye shall receive.
Marc Bernal and Robert Lewandowski are going to be coming on here. Bernal, who by the way I thought was excellent midweek, as a Dianganas off here for Neto. So a double Barca change coming up then, people. Double change actually too for Elche because Adam is on in place of Andres Silva too. Look at all your Visca Barças.
I think they're going to come in at the next dead ball.
Yeah. Our football Flick has seen enough and he wants to mix things up here. Be intrigued to see who Bernal comes on here for, Spence, because you'd imagine it is for one of Olmo or Fermín, which is in theory then going a little bit less offensive, right, in that middle of the park and just padding things out, isn't it?
I don't think Bernal is a less offensive or a less attack-based. Oof, nice turn from Rashford. Get there.
Wondered if he was
Olmo.
take that touch in. Rashford picks up Olmo to perfection. Dani Olmo. Well defended, comfortably defended at the front post.
Yeah, it's much better defending from Elche than in the first half. There were more people there to get rid of the ball.
Koundé there penalised once more, and Valera, who's caused a few problems this evening for Barça. Just got there a bit late, yeah.
All right, here we go.
There we go then.
So yeah, Olmo would make sense to me. Yeah. Okay. So Olmo out, and I'm going to imagine that it's Ferran.
You'd imagine. So like for like, and there you go, yeah, Ferran is the other one. So a goal for Ferran tonight. It could have been 3 or 4, couldn't it, Spence? Really, I think he'll know that too.
Yeah, and he won't be happy with the one goal. We'll see if who Llorens gets to talk to later tonight. But he will be upset with the way that he played today, I think. And I think that's not a bad thing as long as Barca come away with the win tonight. I think sometimes, Ferran actually performs better when he's underestimated. And when his skill or his talent level is being brought into question.
Ooh, how well did Balde see that pass? Here's De Jong. Lovely little flip round the back to Lamine. And there's Lewandowski. Almost his first touch. It would have been a goal. Lamine Yamal now through a crowd. That was it, wasn't it? He didn't get clean contact the pole on his strike at all.
Adame van in.
Fermin trying to buzz around the midfield there. Couldn't win it back. Valera in space. And the longer this goes on with just one goal in it, this is what can happen. Here come Elche themselves. Oh my goodness me. What a massive miss. It should have been 2-2. It was ominous. That was a tap in the middle, wasn't there, Spencer? They made the pass.
Well, for all the ones that we've missed at point blank range, I feel like we deserve that. Or maybe not. But boy, that's
there. Should he passes?
That's
or there even.
That's a third division miss. That's poor. That's poor. Barça just got away with one.
I think Adam should have shot earlier though. There maybe. Did a few extra dummies and in the end it fell. I think. I'm not sure who that fell to. You know, it was a massive miss.
It was
though.
Adam who shot.
It was Adam who it fell to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this time. Lewandowski got the bump in the back. We haven't even seen the Lewandowski chance either, Spence. It looked like maybe right on cue he was going to come off the bench and put one in the back of the net, but just thwarted at the last minute with a sliding challenge in on him.
We are at the point now. Pablo, Wolves, Blanco, Willie White, my guy.
Yeah, that's me.
We're at the point in this game where, how do I say this nicely? Enough tomfoolery.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
Let's go get the third goal.
I'm liking the British phrases, and here come Barça with Fermin Lopez. He went to go through the legs of Iñaki Peña rather than across. The keeper on loan from Barça, and in the end couldn't beat him. Corner.
Because if you play with your food for long enough, eventually you're going to choke on it.
It has got to that stage, Spence, and I mentioned it at half-time. You don't want it to get to one of those games where you go, you missed too many. You know, you're going to rue those chances. Barca, as we're just approaching the midway point in the second half, maybe entering that sort of territory where they're starting to think, a third would actually be pretty good right now. Lamin's corner. Orange shirts flying on it. It fell to Marc Bernal, who's away from a few. Bernal, deflection. Corner.
That's corner, yeah.
Such a gifted player in midfield, isn't he, when he's on it, Bernal?
And he never really gets the chance, especially on his left foot, to tee one up, and he just did that. And he was like, no, I'm taking this shot. This one's mine.
Right decision, too, by my books, really. Another Barca corner, then. 65 minutes on the clock. Lewandowski claiming he's being held. He's trying to get away from his man, Lewandowski. It's in by Lamine Yamal. It's in towards Peña's back post. The Barca head won that. Koundé's up there. Peña punched. And Elche clear. And Balde can go back to Juan Garcia. Is this a point in the game? Maybe Spencer Barca start to just up the ante a little bit and start to put Elche under the sort of pressure that they were in during that first half.
The pressure is definitely there. The intensity of the pressure is a little bit less.
Yeah.
But it's all kind of the same. If you just go out and get this insurance goal, I would say this game's pretty much over. Game's not over right now.
I'd agree. Lamine tried to find Lewandowski. The pass didn't have quite enough on it. It's going to come back to Lamine though, who's run out of play. Aye.
And maintain the composure.
And he has been sharp
so
far.
This is the most contradictory statement that I've seen from somebody somebody whose username is love always, and the comment is, if we drop points here, we will lose the league. Are you out of your mind? I know that, extreme statements win the day in 2026, but my goodness, calm yourself.
We are in January.
What?
Alvaro, that's a nice ball through. Koundé in the end able to tuck that back to Juan Garcia.
I mean, I agree with Elmer Days. We need to get serious and go get the goal.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I mean, Flick, you can tell by his reactions all night long. He'll know the importance of tonight's game. This is not an easy place to come, but Barça have made it look very easy at times. I must say we've had more than enough chances to be out of sight right now. And clock is ticking on, and it's just 2-1. You can understand some of the frustration, but stay calm.
I mean, if Barça do end up winning this game by the scoreline that stands right now,
yeah.
I would be surprised.
And here you go.
Just go score.
Rashford's in.
Go
He's clean
score.
through. Marcus Rashford for Barça. Oh, my goodness me. He's missed it. I'll tell you what, Spence. He's missed it by quite some distance to Rashford. Flick can't believe it, and we can't believe it either. I mean, he was clean through Rashford. He had all the time in the world to think about this. Pick out the far corner. He's sent that quite far wide in the end. It's a bad miss. But we are at that point, Spencer. I'm understanding you. You are starting to wonder, aren't you?
I'm not okay.
I mean, that looks certain, didn't it, again?
Estic malament, tío. Like, all you gotta do is you just need to put 1 in the net. That's it. Game's over. 1.
Hansi Flick just retreating to his bench. You can see that on your screens. I mean, my God, what will be going through his mind? I don't think he'll quite be able to believe it. Exactly why he put Rashford on the pitch was for that sort of moment. Easy pass into him from De Jong. He ran from deep. That space again in Elche's back line was there, and he didn't make the most of it. He really didn't. And I'll tell you what, it's a relatively simple finish. For a player of Rashford's ability, he'd stick that away. You'd expect most times out of 10. Balde. Marc Bernal.
Can we do something to conjure the goal? Like, that's what Robert and Dirati and I used to do.
Ooh, how about that for a ball over, Spencer? You've got an array of options for you. Or we could ask for goal emojis in the chat.
I'll maybe.
Watch out for Alvaro here. Elche themselves are coming forward.
Gotta defend first.
Koundé heads it clear.
I'm thinking, actually, I'd like to throw maybe a throwback into the mix if possible, because you guys can put whatever emojis you want in the chat, so it doesn't just have to be the Barça emojis, although they're cool. They're cool. I like them, but can we get some avocados, please?
Okay. God, running it all the way back.
That is OG Barça Live. Good luck stuff. Give me some avocados, aguacates, alvocats in the chat. Por favor.
Nice piece of play there. Here's Barella. Oh, ball in behind was sharp too. Ominous this for Barca. Got to defend it well. Oh, I'm not sure they did. Eric Garcia just about got enough on that at the front post. And it's in the end gone behind for a goal kick off of Alvaro, who wasn't too happy about it. Let's see who got the final touch here. Onside, no question about that.
There we go. Max got it. Davies got it. More avocados. Let's go. The avocados bring good luck, and the avocados bring goals. More.
Summon a goal, people. Lamine. Wow, look at that. He's kept that in play remarkably.
Darn right, it's the avocado.
Lamine Yamal. Oh, surely for Rashford. Can you believe that? Just like that. It's Elche 1, Barça 3. And it's Marcus Rashford who's got the goal. Missed a sitter a few moments ago, but stuck that one away. How about that from Lamine Yamal? Excellent from him down the right-hand side. And Rashford on the goal line makes the difference. Elche 1, Barça 3.
Sorry, I just got passionate, okay?
Yes, I can see that.
Did that ball go out? I swear to God.
That's what they'll be asking. I don't think it did, you know. I think Lamine's kept that in play. Oh, it's unfortunate, isn't it? When it fell to Rashford, he did the business. Spence? Moment of pride, that for you.
I just want to confirm. All I want to do is confirm that this goal counts,
Okay.
if that's all right with you. Because there were questions about whether or not the ball went over or beyond the touchline, and that's what they're gonna look at.
Goal.
Goal. Sorry, are you okay?
I'm okay, yeah. I've been
you bruised?
headbutted. No, I'm fine.
You gonna bruise tomorrow? Do you bruise easily?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
Good,
No.
Good, you're tough. Good, I like that. 3-1.
Here come Elche. Can you imagine if they scored immediately?
Yes.
Yeah, I can, yeah. Rashford's, there we go. Rashford's got himself another goal then, people. And Spence, you asked for the emojis in the chat, and just like that, Barça produced. Like clockwork.
This goal can be attributed to a very small, select group of people. Davey, Mac, Alia,
Yourself.
Geodasher, and that's it. 4 people who put avocados in the chat. Davey, Mac, Alia, and Geodasher. Well done. And those are some of the OGs as well, so you know how this works. To the rest of you, you should have played along.
They were hesitant, Spence.
You were hesitant. You didn't believe.
Yeah.
You didn't believe.
No, it's true. It's exactly what happened. And there you go. Bang. Barça in the blink of an eye. And now, Spence, things look a lot different, don't they? I really mean that, because this is a completely different game now. I mean, it's been a very different second half anyway, by the way, guys, as compared to that bonkers first half. But it's been a lot more calm than we were thinking. The longer it goes 2-1, now at 3-1, I'm feeling very relaxed, eh?
Yeah, I think we were all thinking it at 2-1 for as long as it was 2-1 with the amount of chances. Not just, I mean, it's been half an hour in the second half, but also the first half, the way it ended after scoring the second goal and then having multiple chances to score the third, but not doing it. Now you can breathe. You got the insurance goal. At this point, they're liable to score more, because Elche have no choice now but to sort of revert to what they were doing in the first half. And Barça will be a little bit more careful in possession, but they're still going to be looking downhill.
Oh, that's nice from Fedemine. If De Jong takes that strategy in, how good was that from De Jong? Just didn't quite have the strength there to brush off. I think it was Donald who got back in. But he's been excellent tonight, De Jong. In theory, playing in that lone number 6 role, but I must say, especially since Bernal has come on, he's really pushing up the pitch, and he's driven into those sorts of areas that have caused chaos. Here come Elche themselves again, though. Vital sliding challenge from Bernal. Oh dear. De Jong's hurt there. And let's hope this is nothing serious. Bad contact on his ankle there. Mendoza made the foul.
Alia's got a good point. Do you know where most avocados come from?
Reading from the Mexico from the chat.
But are you familiar with the very famous campaign slogan that ran on Super Bowl commercials
I'm not.
for years?
Enlighten me.
Avocados from Mexico.
Was that only in America or?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
that was a U.S. thing.
Yeah, we didn't get that one in the
No,
UK, funnily enough.
I don't know where your avocados come from,
Yeah.
Pablo, but ours came from Mexico.
And this song has been sung before, I'm guessing then.
It was the tagline of the commercial.
Oh, okay. On the show, I mean, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
We made guacamole one time, and that went horribly wrong. That was a Barça Bayern that Barça lost.
Ooh.
It was a Barça Bayern that they had tons of chances. They probably should have won.
Oh, yeah, the group stage, yeah.
Group stage, Koundé and Araujo, I think that was their last Champions League group stage game before they sort of got knocked out, and then Barça had those 2 Inter games afterwards. It was we never made guacamole again. We needed to respect the avocados.
Okay.
You know, not mash them.
No, yeah, not destroy them. I've got
Yeah.
you. I'm hearing you. That was a bizarre game. Talk about missing chances and being punished. Well, Barca look as though they're going to get away with things tonight. And they'll be given a free kick here, which the Elche players are not too happy about. But it looks as though Hansi Flick's team are going to put themselves 4 points clear at the top of the table here. Bernal's been another calming influence in this game, starting to regain his importance in this Barca team. What a good week it's been for him. There you go, Garcia. Stooping high. Not seen much of Lewandowski since he's come on, bar the chance that he had. He didn't get great contact on that one. Could have scored with his first touch had he done so. Very cool now, though. Inside the stadium. Feels like this one is pretty much wrapped up already from a Barça perspective. Elche not really able to produce too much going forward, but they did have chances at 2-1. They certainly did.
Yeah, there were. I mean, both teams could look back at this game and tell a lot of stories to themselves about how things could have gone.
Yeah. Barça probably more so. And watch out here because Fermin was stooping in round the back.
Especially that one chance from Adam at
Yes.
2-1.
Yeah. Yeah, it should have been scored really from an Elche perspective, but how many of those did Barça have? I mean, the XG would be great to see at full time here. It really well spent, because even the goal that Rashford just scored there, that's going to go down as pretty high in the XG calculations too. It is indeed Rashford who's going to go out to take this corner then. In it goes, headed away at the front post. This one might well just fall to Lamine Yamal though. And Barça now really should have a much more comfortable last 11-12 minutes in this one.
It's a different type of tension that was felt tonight than what we have experienced in the last couple of games, because Copenhagen there was tension, but it didn't feel like this. Real Sociedad there was tension, but it was a different kind of frustration. And tonight there was tension despite the fact that we haven't trailed this game for a single second.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Football's weird.
Yeah. And despite all the chances, Bernal fouled in midfield. Maybe Hansi Flick will make some further changes now that his team are in a good position. Is there another goal in this for Barca though, Spence?
I think Frankie's onside.
De Jong. Rashford's in! Oh my goodness, he should have made it 4, shouldn't he? Good block at the back post.
Yeah, that was just good defending.
Yeah.
We'll get a replay to confirm that was headed on target, which I think it was, but not much more Rashford could do there. Was it offside?
I'll tell you what as well, though. What a ball from De Jong, Spence, once more. Curled that round the back. He's been brilliant for me tonight, De Jong. Yet again.
Yeah.
Having a very good season, quietly, De Jong.
Well, he's got a little bit more license tonight to move forward, and I really like him when he gets that opportunity to be a more of an attacking midfielder. He can do both very well. That's what makes him such a versatile player. But I just like his creativity when he gets on the ball and then looks up and plays a little bit more of a, I don't want to call it the Pedri role, but it's just the creator role.
He's a player who, when he gets forward, does seem to produce them. I must say, he's a force when he starts driving through opposition midfields. It's not a bad ball around the back of the heading. Garcia will see to it. Corner here for Elche. Just over 9 minutes to go. Things have been very quiet, very cool for quite some time now. In fact, since the third Barca goal, it's all very much now just see us home and dry. And now we can enjoy our Sundays too, because Barca are gonna get away with it. Read the latest comment in the chat. He's like hoping like another one doesn't go in.
Listen, when Pablo comes in on a Barca game day and he knows I'm in the studio, he always prepares himself mentally and physically, because he knows that violence is always a possibility.
Yeah, an attack could be coming at any corner, yeah. It was one of those where, we'll see in a minute, here's Rashford, Lewandowski, back to Rashford, back to Lewandowski. This is nice. Now Lamine, because it forward, went on his right foot, not used to doing that, missed it. It's one of those where when you mentioned the avocados and I saw Lamine was in, you just thinking, It's coming. And bang, it went in.
I mean, we've had some crazy ones like that in the past.
Summoning the goal and then bang, yeah.
Yeah.
Casador's going to be the next Barca change here. That's not a bad ball over the top, by the way, though, to make this quite an interesting ending here for Elche. And a vital stop by Joan Garcia.
First time we've really needed Joan Garcia.
Yeah.
Tonight.
And that was onside, you know. Not a great finish in the end. They didn't quite get that in the corner. Yeah. Ought to have done better from there.
Yeah. Agreed. But first time.
No. Oh, no. Not what Barca want to see here. Jules Koundé is down. And, well, we have now got Joao Cancelo, of course. Although let's see what Hansi Flick elects to go for here. He may well throw on Araujo here and either keep Araujo right back or rearrange with Eric.
Yeah, it's a poor finish, and the first time we really had to call on Joan Garcia to make a play that we expect him to make. The Alvaro shot was tough. Koundé, I think, is going to be all right.
I mean, let's hope that's nothing serious from Jules Koundé. Not what Barca need right now, although thankfully in coming weeks, Spence, we do have a lighter calendar. Marc Casador is still going to come on here, by the way. Araujo is also going to be stepping on. So those are going to be Barca's 2 final changes here. There you go. So Araujo straight swap on for Koundé, as you'd expect.
By the way, I asked you earlier how many games out of Elche's 25 have they played where they've had less than 50% possession. So I'll ask you the same question about Barça.
How many have we played where we've had less?
How many games have Barça played this season with less than 50% possession?
2. Elche and Chelsea.
You're so close. Look away from my screen.
Okay. I wasn't looking.
You've got 2. You've got them both right, but you're missing 1.
I'm missing 1. Okay, give me a second. Let's get the line up on your screen. So Araujo's going to go to right back, people. So 2 straight swaps, basically. And here's Lamine Yamal for Barça. And Casador. And it was in front of Lewandowski, really. Couldn't get on the end of it. Okay, let me think. Games we've really suffered this season. Oh, maybe PSG.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Those are the 3. Nicely done.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, it's fascinating, isn't it, that Elche is one of them. You know, you've got PSG, Chelsea, then Elche. It says everything about the way they've played this season. But, you know, all of a sudden, they're not in a great spot points-wise. Very tight in LaLiga, the bottom 10 right now, people. Bernal's won that back. Lewandowski flips off here to Lamine Yamal. Bernal. Lamine. Eric Garcia. Lamine. Tried it, didn't he? Lewandowski might well reach that too. This is Marc Bernal. Casador. Casador couldn't get it back to Bernal. And Iñaki Peña kept it in play anyway. I just think, Spence, from what I've seen, I think actually Eric Garcia's gone at right back, hasn't he? Yeah, there you go. So Araujo to centre back. Flick hasn't really been a coach to use Araujo at right back, as we saw on the Xavi.
Ooh, that's nice.
This is ominous, isn't it? Lamine. Oh, couldn't quite squeeze it through behind for a Barca corner. Spence, we're 4 minutes away from a little Pablito prediction coming in here.
I'm surprised that you choose to bring it up before the 90 is over.
Horrific from me, because we know what's going to happen, but I just wanted to slide out onto the table.
Okay, no, you're well within your right to do so. I'm just surprised because now, similar to Barca not scoring for 45 minutes in this game, if Barca score here, you don't have anybody to blame but yourself.
Marcus Rashford's corner. Away at the front post. And now Elche can bring things clear, and just excellent from Lamine Yamal, wasn't it? Really good defending. Used good strength, won the ball back for Barca. Spencer, you're getting this quite a lot now. Ali is asking for a Rafinha rap.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I have time for this year. I'm a busy man, Pablo.
Yeah.
I got a lot of things going on these days, you know? I mean, maybe maybe a Rafinha rap comes out. Maybe a Lamine music video comes out.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Like, you should probably just, go follow me on Instagram or
Wait
something.
and see, yeah.
I don't know.
Here's Lamine. I'd like a Lamine music video. Bernal. Marcasado. Dropped off here to Alejandro Valde once more. It's all Barça now, really. Elche, they've been out of this one for the last 10, 15 minutes in all truth. Chasing shadows in midfield. This is Garcia once more. Lamine wants it to feet, and there's an Elche player down here with cramp, I think.
Is that how they say it in the UK?
Yeah, cramp, yeah.
With cramp?
With cramp, yeah. Like
not like with a cramp?
No, yeah. Like you go down with cramp, yeah. Yeah, now that you say it, it's a bit odd, yeah.
That's a weird one.
Yeah, like he's gone down with cramp, of course, yeah.
You Brits are a little bit weird, but we embrace that. Yeah.
Thank you.
With cramp.
Yeah.
Like it.
Yeah, no, have you never heard that one before, no?
No, I've heard it. I've
Yeah,
just never
okay,
said anything about it.
Got to the bottom of it, yeah.
But
I was going to say you must have heard that on a commentary, you know.
Or he's suffering from cramps. With maybe with cramps, like plural, but then
No.
like we'll say with cramps.
Yeah. Okay.
He's gone down with cramps, or yeah, but it's plural. But why isn't that?
Yeah, he's gone down
but
with.
Then,
cramp,
then
yeah.
when it comes to math, you people
Maths.
do maths.
Yeah, and you guys math, yeah.
Interesting. Okay, thank goodness it's 3-1 and we don't have to worry about how this game ends.
The American versus Britain conversation is coming out again.
I think it has its place on this show.
It does.
When you and I are here.
I agree. It's a funny little.
Much love, brother. Much love. Come on.
Much
Come on.
It's a funny little back and forth, isn't it? I want to send you a picture of that violent bruise tomorrow. Eric. No, good tackle. Good chucking back there. Let's see how much added time is going to be given here. Can't imagine that much, not with the way the game's feeling right now, I'm going to be honest with you. Well, that's unlike De Jong, though, and he immediately...
Ooh, that's dangerous. That's going to be a red card.
Really? Yellow for De Jong.
All right. Hopefully the replay shows that he pulled his leg back in. Boy, that looked
Definitely dove in, didn't he, De
real
Jong?
nasty. Let's see.
Bit risky from De Jong. Unlike him to give it away, then he thought, bang, I'm going straight in. It was
all right, let's see. Close-up replay. All right, he got lucky because he pulled out with his leg at the moment when he would have made a contact with the studs. So, yellow card it is. We move on.
Into 90 minutes. I'm not sure how much time's been added on yet. Pedrosa, as it was, is over the set piece here, though, for Elche. 4 minutes from being added on.
Easy. Easy peasy.
Barca coasting here to a victory in LaLiga. That's a good delivery, and there's a chance, and Joan Garcia down low to keep it out there. Adam again will be wondering how he hasn't scored this evening.
That'll settle things and save it for another day. Good chance for Adam.
Yeah, free header at the back post. Unwatched there, really. And Joan Garcia down low. Nice from Lamine and Eric Garcia. Lamine then lost out. He felt as though he was fouled. Big challenges going in everywhere. Bernal was on the end of one too. Lamine is still down here. There's confirmation of a packed house. And yeah, Lamine holding a sensitive area there. Did he just overstretch there on his
No, it wasn't a
groin?
stretch.
It's a whack.
It was blunt force.
That one there, yeah. Yeah. Knee, wasn't it?
Yeah. A knee from Redondo. Now that's just the most juxtaposing sentence I think we've said all night.
A knee from Redondo, and I'll tell you what, let's hope
A
actually.
sharp edge from Redondo.
Let's hope this isn't anything serious here for Lamine Yamal, who's still down.
No. He's going to be okay, but here's what's going to happen. Tomorrow, on the Barça Athletic program when they play Terrassa, which I'm calling.
Ooh.
We're going to bring you on the show, and we're going to bring Lamine on, and we're going to see who's hurting more. Okay? Because you're both going to be hurting tomorrow. You've got that in common with Lamine.
I actually guarantee I will not be hurting, just to ensure you.
He's got gains, baby.
I honestly, like, just to let you sleep at ease, you know.
Okay.
Not that you wouldn't have been if you had hurt me,
Okay.
of course.
No, I care about you.
Okay, thank you. Lamine does look okay there, you're right. We're both okay. That's a nice switch. We'll play over a bit over 4 here, you'd imagine, because of that stoppage there with the injury to Lamine. Nothing wrong with the 18-year-old. And there you go. Offside flag is up. Final flag of the night maybe for you, that, Spence? Hey! It's been a good day at the office. This has been an enjoyable one. Let's hope there's no more offsides now.
That was the chance that I took when I threw it.
Joan Garcia is going to kick this long then here for Barça as the stands slowly begin to empty themselves out. Elche just unable to get the job done. They were level at one point, but not for long, I must say. Ferran Torres, of course, then put Barça back ahead before the half-time whistle was blown. I mean, if you told us in that crazy period, Spence, when Barça were having chance after chance, that this was going to only end at 3-1, maybe you would have been quite shocked, right? But
yeah, I would have taken it.
Yeah.
But oh no!
Watch out!
Oh no! I think that's going to be. I think it's going to be an offside.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, or not? Maybe in second Elche goal.
It is. Wait, I don't have a flag.
Oh, he took the chance in his goal.
This is yellow. It's like a flag.
And they were offside Elche. There you go. You can see it there. And as they break away, I'll tell you what, a chance in the middle, wasn't it? Oof. Joan Garcia's going to kick this long here. You can't imagine the referee's going to add much more on than this, I must say.
I think at 3-1 we can go beep 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 and
I'd agree.
we can all go home.
I'd agree. This is long, although don't go anywhere on this show, people, because you're going to have the highlights and the reactions from this one coming up.
Really interested, actually, tonight, more than normal in the reactions, especially from Hansi and maybe what Llorens asks him about what happened, you know, at the beginning, end of the first half, and what he said to the team at halftime. This is all cosmetic at this point. Even if Elche put the ball in the back of the net here, there's not enough time afterwards.
No.
But let's see it out professionally.
As it were. This is the foul from Bernal. Yeah, he's caught his man there. And Elche are going to swing this into the box, so they're going to have one last shot at this. I mean, why wouldn't they, I suppose? But as you say, Spence, this is going to be all academic. It's not going to change the outcome of this game, but it will affect my prediction.
Oh, he brought it up a second time. That's extreme confidence.
Boldness. Here goes the set piece, headed away by Barça.
All right, you got
Eddie
to
Garcia gets a touch. And... oh. Full-time whistle is blown, but Barça are in. Oh, and referee's saying, look at the watch, it's full-time. Barça were hoping they had a chance to attack again. Anyway, as it were, a very good display away from home for Barça, and a 3-1 win at the Martínez Valero Stadium. Goals from Lamine, Ferran, and then half-time substitute Marcus Rashford. More than enough for Barça. There's so many chances to make it more, but they set off a 3-1. They're going to sleep as league leaders with a 4-point advantage. They beat Elche by 1-3. Well, that was good fun, wasn't it, Spence? Good win that for Barça. A different second half, not as chaotic, and we had a lot of fun in the first half. It was a much calmer second 45 minutes, but we were at a point where we were thinking, we could do with getting a goal now, you know, and thank God we did eventually get it. And then that calmed things down with the Rashford strike in the end. Anyway, 3 points for Barça, and a pretty fun game in all truth.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. The first half was wild. The second half was wildly frustrating, and eventually they got in front to the point where we didn't have to sweat this thing out anymore. They did enough. 3-1 is a result that we can live with. It's 3 points. It's top of the league. It's top of the league regardless of what happens tomorrow with Madrid and Rayo. And look at that. See, right on cue. Putting the table up there. 22 games played, 55 points. Things are good right now. It's all right. Let's keep this going.
Yeah, very good indeed for Barça. In a really, really good spot now. There you see it, as Spence said, 4 points clear. Let's see how Real Madrid get on tomorrow. But we said it, Spence, this was fun. This was a fun display. A good display from Barça, would you say, too? Maybe the worst thing about it was the lack of clinical edge in the final third?
Yeah, the lack of finishing was the only thing you can criticize about this game. What else would you criticize? I'm asking you. What would you say they didn't do well tonight?
Only finished poorly.
They just didn't finish.
Yeah.
But they finished enough. They got 3 of them. They got the first one, which was Lamine, just having to go around the keeper and rolling it home. They got the second one, which was Ferran after his 5th chance, and he just booted it as hard as he could, and it went in. And then the third one was Rashford, which was a bit of a garbage goal.
Yeah.
It's funny, for as many chances as they created tonight, and in really good opportunities at wide open nets, the 3 goals were kind of garbage, but they all count the same.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Yeah, for all the nice moves we created, and the sheer amount of chances we had in that first half, I'm understanding what you mean by that. We're going to be hearing from some Barça players in a few moments' time, so maybe we'll wait and hear for those, Spence, before we take a little break here and then come back with the highlights. Indeed, some very good individual performances as well tonight from Barça. The most important thing is, of course, those 3 points. But it was good fun, and we had a few scares defensively at some points. Elche maybe could have punished us for those, but all in all, I mean, if Elche did get anything out of this game, it would have been a minor miracle, and you could see that in the frustration on Flick's face at times, and he'll just be happy that his Barca team got over the line, right?
Yeah, you take the 3 points, you move on to the next one, you switch your focus up now to Albacete, and you keep rolling. This season is a continuous marathon. Barca are proving that they're ready to run it, so on to the next.
Yep, super indeed. Right, we are going to take a very quick break now. Be back in a few moments' time with all the reactions and the highlights from the Martínez Valero Stadium. Don't go anywhere, people. You're going to want to watch these. See you in a few moments' time. Hello people and welcome back here to the post-game show on Barça Live. We've beaten Elche by 3-1 and we are now 4 points clear at the top of LaLiga. Let's go straight to the Martínez Valero Stadium there where Frenkie de Jong spoke to Llorens Torres a few moments ago. Let's see what a brilliant display really, the Dutchman. That's what we had to say.
Sí, Frenkie de Jong, un Frenkie imagino que contento lo primero por haber sumado estos 3 puntos, aunque cierto es, Frenkie, que quizás un resultado corto.
Sí, yo creo que hemos generado muchas ocasiones hoy, que es bueno, porque normalmente tenemos gente que finaliza muy bien. Hoy un poco menos, pero hemos sumado 3 puntos más, que es importante. Y yo creo que lo más importante es que estamos generando las ocasiones porque normalmente las marcamos.
Eso es muy filosofía holandés, que lo importante es crear, ¿no? Que al final lo de hoy quizás sea un accidente que no entren esos goles.
Sí, yo creo que es un accidente porque hemos visto toda la temporada que tenemos gente que tiene mucho gol. Hoy hemos fallado un poco más, pero lo más importante es que las generamos, porque así, si las generas y sigues generando, normalmente vas a ganar los partidos.
Hoy habrías podido salir de aquí con 5 asistencias. Has hecho un partido de mucho recorrido e incluso dando goles que parecían ya cantados.
Sí, pero también a veces me dan una asistencia que no era pase para asistencia, va así en el fútbol. Me hubiera gustado tener un par más, pero así está bien.
La última muy rápido, importante victoria también para poner presión, decía Hansi ayer en rueda de prensa, estamos ya en el tramo que empieza a ser decisivo, ¿no? Y hay que ir ganando puntos partido a partido.
Sí, entramos en la fase bonita de la temporada, que con partidos de eliminatorias en Copa, en Champions, y luego lo más cerca es al final de la Liga, también sea más tenso los partidos.
¿Bien del golpe?
Estoy un poco dolido, pero estoy bien.
A descansar, gracias, Frenkie.
Nada.
There you go, words of Frenkie de Jong, who I thought was absolutely excellent tonight. Spencer, let's not waste any more time. Let's take a look at the highlights from tonight's clash. What a game this was, and I'm going to be intrigued to see how we got it all in. Started off pretty feisty, Barça early on exploiting the space, and Lamine exploited it to perfection there with that finish, rounding Iñaki Peña into the back of the net.
Yeah, and this was one of a number of times when the back line for Elche just did not have it. We can go over and we'll see how many of these chances that get thrown into these highlights. Just look at the back line for Elche every time there's a Barça player getting in. And yeah, they missed a few chances here and there, more than a few. But as you just heard Frenkie say, the important thing is that they were generating these chances. And I think that's the most important element, assuming you took the 3 points, which they did, to take away, and then Elche come back and they get one of their own.
30 shots by the side, you can see it there, but only 8 on target. Not a great return accuracy-wise, is it? Not even a third of the shots the Barça had on target of Iñaki Peña's goal, and Alvaro punished us there. It was this moment in the game, Spence, from the 30th minute onwards, where chance after chance, that one hit the crossbar twice actually off Ferran. Or was it the post even? The second one, we don't know how it didn't go in. We can say the same about here. He got a touch on it. Ferran moments later. Fermin fired that one towards the goal. Rafinha was in on goal here. We thought, shoot! He pulled it across the face of goal, blocked. And this was every minute at this stage. It genuinely was.
Yeah, it was every time they got the ball, it ended up as something like this. And it was a wonder that it took them so long to finally get one. And Ferran is the one to end up doing it. But we said this as the first half was ticking down. Keep going, because the second half is not going to look exactly the same. Changes will be made, and right now, while the iron's hot, you got to strike. And that's what they did. Getting that second goal before halftime, for me, was the most important part of them winning this game, because even though they didn't score a third before halftime, as we see more chances missed, and another one, we're still in the first half
here. This is
here.
ridiculous. This is genuinely insane, Spence.
Even though they didn't get the third, the fact that they had the second allowed them to move confidently through the second half and find the insurance goal later.
Yeah, it certainly did. Second half was different, much different to the first. It really was. Chances were much more sporadic. Barça still had their fair share. Elche had a decent pair as well, actually. Don't know if we'll see it, because this is the one where Rashford probably should have stuck in the back of the net. We're not seeing that chance that Adam had where he should have blasted it in, shouldn't he?
Yeah.
We are now seeing this goal from Rashford, which was in the end the goal that sealed the deal for Barça. Blasted into the roof of the net there by the Englishman. He would have enjoyed that one. Big moment for him. as his numbers continue to rack up for this season. Into double figures now, I believe, the Englishman. And again, Lamine Yamal, who I thought was brilliant tonight there, making all the difference, and spent a different second half, really a lot calmer for Barca.
Yeah, and once they got the third goal, even though they continued looking for something, it was plenty. It was enough, and honestly, 2 would have been enough tonight. We wouldn't have been as happy or as calm in the final minutes, but they got the job done, and 3 points are 3 points, man.
Yeah, they definitely are. We didn't get a chance to speak about De Jong there after we held his interview with Llorens. What a display from him. I thought he was wonderful again tonight, Spence, and going to give him his flowers because he is a player who I think divides opinion, has divided opinion in the Barca fan base. I think he's having another excellent season under Hansi Flick. I thought he was really good last campaign, and yet again for me he's producing. This time, these last few games, without Pedri in there even, on his own almost, with Olmo and Fermin who were pushing further up the field, but he does everything. Not only turning over the ball, but when he pushes forward himself as well.
Yeah.
He's a menace in the final third. And for me, just a brilliant footballer, De Jong. So I want to give him his credit.
He was the best player on the pitch tonight, and that was also because we talk about without having Pedri, someone else has to pick up the slack in the attacking midfield, and then you put Olmo and Fermin out there, so you're still expecting Frenkie to be the number 6. And Olmo comes out of the game, Marc Bernal comes in, and you're thinking, all right, Frenkie, go get him. And every time he gets a chance to come forward, he does something that you think, man, he just makes the right play, but it's not the play that you might be expecting. He's always surveying and pivoting and switching play at moments when it doesn't seem like it's the appropriate moment, but it always tends to work out. And most of the time he goes unnoticed because he's playing in that 6 role, or he's dropping further back in a slightly more defensive midfield role. And those moments don't get recognized as much by the casual football fan because there's no glory in playing good defense. The glory comes in making the through ball that leads into Lamine that then scores the goal, or scoring the goal yourself. And tonight, he was a little bit more of the latter.
Yeah, he was. He's got a bit of everything to his game, De Jong. He's a very good player to watch, very fun indeed. And on these sorts of nights, when there's space ahead of him, he's one of the best in the world. He really is. I mean, boy, does he make teams pay. He really does. Speaking of players who made them pay, I thought Lamine Yamal again was pretty box office tonight, Spence, in an attack that was a little bit faulty at times. I think at times he got a lot right. He was accurate. He was sharp. He was beating players. He was just that Lamine Yamal that we love watching every 3 days, right?
Yeah, and I wonder exactly what his schedule is going to look like in the next couple of weeks, because those 2 games off from the Champions League might keep his legs fresh too, along with some of these other players. But there you go for his stats tonight. I don't know that it tells the whole story.
No.
I really thought that he could have been a little bit more of a hunter. And sometimes he gets into a role where he's dribbling and he wants to make the right play. And because he's one of those 3 players up front, I just think sometimes it helps his case, his confidence, and his football to actually go for goal and not worry about having to make the right play. Sometimes I just think he needs to be the guy to go score and take the alpha reins.
Yeah. You still think maybe there's that level to get to for Lamine, where he that extra selfishness gene, right? Maybe that some of the greats, if you like, have had, where they're ruthless in front of goal. Maybe.
I mean, he should have had a couple of extra assists tonight because, like the one of the last chances of the game, or of the first half, he put it into Fermin, and it should have been an assist. But he still ends up with a goal tonight.
Yeah, he certainly does. Right, we've heard from Frenkie de Jong. I'm intrigued to see what Hansi Flick has to say about tonight's game. Spence, you were saying it. Let's see what the German coach has to say, because this is an interesting one to read. Did he like what he saw? Did he not? Let's see. Llorens was with him a few moments ago.
Well, Hansi, what value do you give to this victory?
No, it's important win here against Elche, and I think we did it really good. At the end, only the chances we missed. It's a pity a little bit, but at the end, I'm happy about. Also, we are focused. We were in the game. We want to play like this. With confidence. We played brave, and I think we deserved also the 3 points.
You missed it, as you said, too many chances, but maybe it's an accident. The good thing is you have a lot of occasions.
Of course, it's always normally we have to make it clear in the first half, and so you have to we have to play also 90 minutes. Sometimes it's also about managing the minutes. It's much easier when you lead more goals. So, but it was possible, I think, today.
3 more points, 1 game less. It's a good news, and tomorrow we'll see Real Madrid. We have to win all the games.
This is also our focus. So we always want to win the game. So I think the team doing well, and we play now with confidence. It's good to see this, and of course we create a lot of chances, and but at the end it's football. So 3-1 and 3 points is perfect.
Last one quickly, Lamine, what a performance again. He's in a great moment.
Of course, and I'm really happy with this situation about him, because he's not always focused on the offense, also in the defense. I always said this. It's good, and very important for us.
Thanks a lot, Hansi.
There you go. Then he said it there, Hansi Flick, about, well, the good thing is the chances we created. He said it's football, they don't always go in the back of the net. We could visibly see Spence's frustration throughout the game, couldn't we, at the chances that were being missed in the first half. Here they are again, by the way, people, for you on your screens, the sheer amount of chances Barça had. But we could see that on the face of Hansi Flick, and I suppose he'll just be happy his team got over the line again. But do you think that stat there of 30 shots, 8 on target will puzzle him or not?
I don't think he's going to lose a lot of sleep over it tonight. I think when we saw this ball go through the net, we thought, man, this could end up being like a 6-0 type of night. And honestly, it could have been. There were so many chances for Barça to score at so many junctures. I think football is so driven by the result, and we get caught up in the chances a lot. We get caught up in the flow of the game a lot, because it was 1-1 and there was a moment of tension for the casual fan for a while. I don't know if Hansi was really feeling any of that tension. I think he was feeling frustration because Barça missed so many chances to score at so many different junctures. But the result speaks for itself. And in the end, you get the 3 points, and if you didn't, then you would be feeling a different type of frustration. But he said it, Frankie said it, if you generate the chances, that's good. So if they generate the same number of chances in every game the rest of the season, they might not lose a game the rest of the season. Yeah. So good on them for doing what they needed to do just to go win the game.
These are remarkable to watch. This is the Barca second goal here. It was a lot of this. Very nicely worked from Barca. This time they stuck it in the back of the net, but it is a brilliant watch almost to see, isn't it? Just how many opportunities we squandered, really, going forward. There was just chance after chance, and even after this goal from Ferran got in, which you said it, Spence, even Ferran, when he went off the pitch, he'll probably be thinking, I should have had at least a hat-trick tonight. This may be one of the most clear of the evening, that from Fermin. Lamine was brilliant there, and the next one you're going to see as well from Ferran, for me, this as well was the one where I was thinking, oh no.
Yeah, I'm just glad Ferran got one tonight, because if he hadn't, then he would really be down on himself, I think. And he's still going to be, pretty self-critical over some of the misses. But again, I'm just going to repeat. I think Ferran plays his best football when he is trying to prove the doubters wrong.
Yeah.
And also sometimes when maybe he's doubting himself and he needs to pick himself up. I think he usually answers that call better than, say, and I'm just using this in a relative term, but he, as opposed to being the alpha or the hunter, I think he's the guy that when everybody else is focusing on Lamine or Rafinha or Lewandowski, Ferran sort of gets lost in the shuffle, and they also think, well, we can leave him for a moment because he doesn't have the same type of finishing quality. But that when people start thinking that, that's usually when he puts the goals home.
Yeah, certainly so. There's the miss from Lamine Yamal at the end there. Didn't quite go on his right foot on that occasion. Right, we've heard from a few Barca players already. We've heard from De Jong and Hansi Flick, in fact. Let's hear from Fermin Lopez then, who again is getting a lot of action in recent weeks. Missed a few chances tonight, but was very bright, very energetic again for Barça this evening in their victory. He was with Llorenç a few moments ago.
Doncs vinga, amb Fermin López, que avui, com els seus companys, s'enduen 3 punts importants d'aquí. Fermin, bona nit. Era important guanyar. Cert que el resultat ens deixa la sensació de que hauria pogut ser molt més ampli.
Hola, bona nit. Sí, crec que hem tingut moltes ocasions per acabar amb el partit i fer més gols, però bueno, crec que era molt important guanyar i això és important avui.
L'important és arribar, no? Això és no materialitzar les ocasions sembla avui més un accident perquè sou un equip que habitualment fa molts gols. Per tant, no sé si no és tan preocupant, però sí que ha estat una mica angoixant de dir què passa que no entra.
Sí, a vegades passa això, que no entra i ja està, però bueno, hem d'estar més concentrats en
Well, there you go. We just had a few technical difficulties with Fermin Lopez's interview. We'll get back to that when we can. Spence, he's a player playing a different sort of role right now. We're seeing him and Olmo both play in midfield with Frenkie de Jong and Pedri's absence. That seems to be the route that Flick's gone for. He's got the option of a Bernal, maybe next to de Jong or a Casador, but both of them in there together. And actually, Olmo said it the other week, I think it was before the Copenhagen game in the press conference, that, yeah, I mean, we often are either number 10 or number 10. We don't often get to play next to each other, but they're actually getting to do it a bit now.
Yeah, I like Fermin in that forward-thinking role always, but I'm surprised at what I saw from him tonight, only because we're so not used to it, missing pretty point-blank, simple chances. He's trained us mentally to believe that he is such a polished professional football player at a world-class level, that how could he ever miss a chance like the one that he was given? So, well, he's going to come back stronger in the next game and probably find at least 2 goals. But he did his job too tonight. He was part of the attack that helped churn out all these opportunities.
Yeah, he definitely was. It did feel like a good team display. I mean, even another positive tonight, Spence, is the fact that we saw Rafinha get rested at half-time. You know, we imagine that's nothing serious. Like, we haven't seen or heard anything.
No, I don't think so. And even Hansi said we needed to manage the minutes, so it seemed pretty clear.
Purely tactical to have Rafinha rested. I mean, we've got Albacete midweek. After that, we've actually got a few weeks in a row without a midweek game, which seems bizarre. Maybe we'll run over the calendar in a few moments' time. But to have Rafinha rested at half-time too, I mean, Ferran only played about an hour today again. He's able to reintroduce Bernal. It felt like the squad is being rested around nicely. And indeed, after the third goal, it was nice and cool, I suppose, in the last few moments.
Yeah, no problems tonight. None at all.
Let's have a look at the Barca calendar then, Spence, because it's been a crazy January. That was, by the way, people. And right now, in the last 35 minutes of January as a month, which has been one hell of a month. A trophy, of course, for Barca to go with it. Plenty of victories. The only game we didn't win it was that game to La Real. We don't know how we didn't.
Yeah.
But now in February, we are expecting a lot of a calmer schedule. We've got Albacete midweek. That's Tuesday night. Then Mallorca is on the Saturday 7th of February. And then a good 9 days off here before Barca face Girona away on Monday night. How good should that be, Spence? And then you've got another week, and then you've got about 5 days off, I suppose, or 5-6 days off until they play Levante. There could be a cup semi-final in towards here, which could make things a little bit interesting. But it is a fun schedule, I suppose, in terms of the fact
those
that
9 days off, man, that's not so bad.
Compared to what we had in January, right? I mean, it's
not bad at all.
It's a different month, isn't it, for Barca?
Yeah, that Barca Live, I can see it now. It's coming on and saying, boy, it's been a while since we've been on, hasn't it?
Genuinely, it's going to feel weird. It's going to feel weird. It's going to feel really weird. Almost triple the time. Yeah, triple the time that we'd usually be between a live. Crazy. Anyway, more reactions are coming in. Alejandro Valdés with Llorens.
Alejandro, felicitats, bona nit. Felicitats per la victòria. Ara li deia als teus companys, no? La llàstima és que ens queda el regust que ha estat un resultat molt curt, que heu fet molts més mèrits.
Sí, la veritat que hem tingut moltes ocasions, crec que hem fet un gran treball. Al final hi ha dies que la pilota vol entrar, altres dies que no, però bueno, crec que la idea de l'equip ha estat molt bona, crec que les intencions també i el més important al final és la victòria.
Avui contra ells, molt més sòlids que potser a casa, que també vam guanyar 3-1, però aquell dia us van prendre la pilota. Avui heu pressionat molt bé, heu saltat a l'Iñaki moltes vegades, heu tingut moltíssimes ocasions. Avui la sensació que marxeu més enllà de les ocasions fallades és d'un dels millors partits.
Sí, sabíem que era un equip que volia tenir la possessió, sabíem que era un equip que li agradava jugar, però bueno, nosaltres sabíem que si fèiem la pressió bé podíem tindre moltes ocasions i així ha estat, però bueno, com tu has dit, crec que podíem ficar més gols, però no passa res.
Això és un accident, no? En definitiva, que no entrin aquestes ocasions perquè habitualment sou un equip que crea molt i fa molts gols. No sé si ha estat més angoixant que no preocupant a llarga vista.
No preocupant. Sí, com tu has dit, hi ha dies que pots ficar més gols, hi ha dies que no, però l'important, com he dit, és la victòria.
L'última, molt ràpidament. Posem pressió al Madrid una setmana més. Els tornem a tenir 4, veurem què fan ells demà. Però deia Hansi Flick ahir, estem ja al moment clau de la temporada. Per guanyar aquesta Lliga ens hem de deixar molts pocs punts.
Sí, crec que és veritat, crec que hem d'anar partit a partit sobretot, però bueno, amb la mentalitat de que volem guanyar tots els partits i ojalà sigui així.
Gràcies, Alejandro. Merci.
There you go, then people like Alejandro Valde, who Spence, you thought was excellent tonight as well, didn't you? Really good.
One of the best players on the pitch for me tonight, for sure.
Let's go over to our MVP votes then, Spence.
Okay.
I'm going to go to you, then me, then we'll hear what Llorens has to say, and then we'll do the final ones. Let's begin with yourself then, Spence. I get the feeling that Alejandro Valde might well be amongst those names.
We've just sort of given it away a little bit. I've already mentioned my 2 favorite players on the pitch tonight. I thought that Frankie de Jong was outstanding, and for me, and for that reason, there it is, he's my best player tonight. He gets all 3 points for me. He was everywhere on the pitch, and also doing it at both ends of the pitch. Balde was the one driving into the space in the midfield, and so we don't give the defenders as much love sometimes on this program. And
on the MVP votes, maybe.
The MVP votes, I mean, yeah, and I think he deserves it tonight. He was really good. He really helped generate chances. And Lamine, the thing about him that I really liked tonight, other than obviously the goal that he scored, was he was popping up, especially in the first half, all over the pitch, especially in the middle. He was coming up into the middle of the pitch. He was in the center circle. He was dictating play from there, which gave him the ability to pick either side, to drive to. I'd like to see a lot more of that. That could be dangerous, because when he's on the touchline and he's on that right wing, sometimes it's one-dimensional or maybe two-dimensional at best, because he only has so many different places to go. But if he's in the middle of the pitch, the chances, the possibilities, the options that he's got available to him are far, far greater. So, for me, I liked it. 1 point.
There you go. Then those are the votes from Spence. We're getting a few in the chat, by the way. Play along, people. Let us know your votes. Mac Lumvis has gone 1 Lamine, 2 De Jong, 3 Balde. I'm not sure if that's you saying 3 points to them or that's whether it's your ranking. Feel free to let us know. Right then, these are my votes. Let's switch the name over on these. That's what I've gone for. I've gone for Lamine Yamal, MVP today, Spence. I thought he was brilliant. I thought he led the Barca storm. I could have gone De Jong, who I've gone 2 points for. It's so tight between those two, and I'd say, fair play, I suppose, to whoever you went for out of those two, right? But I went Lamine. I thought it was one of his best games again. I thought he was really good once more midweek, starting to really shine once more this season. Great fun to watch and used the ball ever so well. De Jong was magnificent. I think he's having a magnificent campaign, if I'm being honest with you. And Alejandro Balde stood out for me too from left back. I agree with you, Spence, especially in the first half when Rafinha was even drifting wide, which often we don't see. He often comes inside and Balde goes wide. But Balde was getting in the half spaces, driving through them, and I thought he did that excellently well. So those are my votes. Let's go to Llorens Tares. Let's see his votes for MVP of the evening, and indeed, Llorens.
Bona nit, Pablo. Sí, ja està tot aquí. Ja han passat tots els protagonistes per aquesta sala de premsa, bé, en aquesta zona de flaixos d'aquí al Martínez Valero d'Elche, on marxem amb 3 puntets més, posem pressió al Madrid, demà veurem què fan el seu partit contra el Rayo Vallecano. En qualsevol cas, ara mateix el Barça amb 4 d'avantatge i deixant-se una vegada més totes les possibilitats de no perdre cap punt, perquè ho deien els protagonistes. Cada partit el Madrid posa pressió, el Barça s'ha de deixar molts pocs punts si vol ser campió. En un altre escenari difícil el Barça treu els 3 punts. Les meves votacions, doncs, repetiré el que vaig dir l'altre dia. 3 points goes to Lamine Yamal. Com està el jugador de Rocafonda, intervenint, decidint, superant cada vegada els seus rivals. M'ha agradat molt el partit. Em quedo avui 2 punts amb Joan Garcia. Crec que tot i no tenir moltes aturades decisives, sí que ha estat providencial quan tocava i una vegada més ha demostrat que és un d'aquells porters que dona punts i dona títols. I un puntet, doncs ens quedarem amb Dani Olmo. Amb Ferran, que ha fet, tot i fallar algunes ocasions, aquell xut 2 cops seguits al pal, doncs ha acabat almenys trobant el camí del gol. És el màxim golejador del Barça, marcat en totes les competicions i per tant li donem un últim punt a Ferran. Li podríem donar a Dani Olmo, que també la primera meitat ha estat participatiu, però avui segurament ha estat una victòria més del col·lectiu. El Barça hauria pogut marxar d'aquí amb una golejada, però marxa amb els 3 punts, que és el que tocava, i ara pensant al proper compromís. El proper dimarts canviem de xip, canviem de competició, anem a la Copa i viatgem a Albacete, buscant la classificació per a les semifinals. Companys, això és tot des d'aquí. Hem pogut escoltar Hansi Flick, a Valde i també a Fermín López. Això és tot des d'Elche.
Juventus, thank you very much. Get yourself home safe. We'll see you on Tuesday night in Albacete. Spence, then, final votes then are in. They're a little bit mixed, you know.
Ooh.
Juventus threw a few curveballs in there. Joan Garcia and Ferran. And there you have it. Lamine wins with 7. De Jong is second. Maybe harshly so, Spence, with 5. Balde has 3. Joan Garcia 2. Ferran 1.
It is harsh.
Harsh and De Jong, yeah.
That is harsh.
Okay, yeah.
But that's all right. That's the democratic system that we're in, so got to respect it.
Yeah, no votes for De Jong from Juventus, for example, there. Highlights on your screens, by the way, for one more time here, people. If you haven't seen the game or if you weren't able to catch the game, this is the perfect moment for you to catch up on all the action. A very good night for Barça. A satisfactory evening for them in La Liga, which, as we've said, puts us 4 points clear before Madrid play against Rayo tomorrow. Could, of course, be reduced to just 1 point, could the advantage. A game full of chances, Spence. A really good watch. An exciting game. One we thoroughly enjoyed here on Barça Live. Not this moment not so much, the goal from Alvaro, but hey, one of those games that we'll be remembering for quite a while in terms of thorough enjoyment, I'd say.
Yeah, there was a lot to take from this game and plenty to be excited about from it. A little bit to be frustrated from at times, like the double palo there, or one crossbar, one post. On shoulder, I don't know. That was a weird one. But then, you know, you come back, you score a goal or two, and we've said it multiple times tonight. You take 3 points, you go home, and you go try to do it again on Wednesday.
That was Rafinha, who was subbed off at half time. He's been rested up for the games to come.
Which, by the way, if my memory is correct,
go on.
I believe the distance between Elche Stadium and Albacete Stadium and the airport is all exactly the same. So even though that game's not till Wednesday, they're going to come back to Barcelona, but it's not very far where they're playing the next one.
No, yeah, there you go. Tuesday night is
Tuesday.
It is Spence for this one in the cup. That may be the most gilt-edged chance from Fermín, and this one Ferran similarly so. Should have made it 3 really there on both occasions, but they didn't. In the end, weren't made to pay by an Elche side who played some good football over the course of the evening. You can probably tell they're not on their best moment right now, Spence. That's now just 2 wins from their last 15 in La Liga. You can probably tell that maybe they're slowly slipping away. I still back them to get a decently high finish this season, and things can change ever so quickly, of course.
Yeah, the top half of the La Liga table seems pretty set. Like those top 7 there, depending on how some of the teams in the 8 to 12 zone do in the second half of the year is the big question. But if we're going to talk at some point about the bottom half, there are tons of teams that could be dropping, that could be climbing. It's kind of a whole mess at that point. But hey,
it is a bit. Yeah, think about it. The Elche before this match week were 11th, 3 points off 18th.
Right. It's a cluster of weirdness.
It is. Yeah.
That Barca don't have to worry about that.
No, it's case in point. It's case in point already, isn't it, Spence? I'm just taking a glance again here at the calendar for Barca. I mean, we said it before, didn't we? Oh, this month of February is just, it's looking at me lovely. I'm not gonna lie. It's so much calmer than the 9 games we had in January, which was just chaos. I mean, we're through it now. We're through it, by the way, guys, with 8 wins in the bag, 1 defeat. Like, almost like a round of applause for that, because we've gone through them all with flying colours, really. The La Real game, the only one, of course, we weren't able to get a win in or any points in. And only the Lord knows how that was the case, really. But other than that, I think we've been so good. Flick's managed the players really well. I know we've got players back from injury. We've lost a few along the way too, like Pedri in the latter stages. But the players have been such a shift in this month of January and just set us up ever so well now for this vital part of the season that we're entering now. February, you start getting towards the point where you can start to really put your hand on a few trophies. I mean, you get the feeling that if we do get through Albacete, then you've got the cup semis coming up, of course. to think about. Got to deal with Tuesday night first. In the league, you've got 3 games in a row, all with a week between them. It's not often we say that, Spence. It's a month where we can maybe start to blade on the marker. It's also good news that Pedri, we can start to recover him as well with the amount of break that we've got in between games. In the end, he may not have to end up missing too many matches, will the Canarian. So it's a lot of good news to come, you'd feel.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the schedule. It's just it's potentially, depending on how the schedule plays out, just because today is January and it's Saturday, and tomorrow is February and it's Sunday, and Barça played tonight and not tomorrow, whatever. But right now, as it stands, Barca have 4 games in the month of February to play total.
Yep.
4 games, and I don't know. The Champions League wouldn't start until March for them.
Nope.
So that's not going to happen. I guess
Copa.
I guess maybe a Copa game thrown in there, or maybe the last day of the month, depending on if they get scheduled on a Saturday or a Sunday. But well,
correct.
It's all the same. The point is there are days off in between, and I think that's important for this team because then the most important 3-month stretch starts in March, and that is everything coming down knockout stage, league, title chase. It all happens sort of at once. We saw how much fun it was last year when it was happening, and things for the most part went pretty well. Let's see what happens this year.
Yeah, it was very fun indeed. Barca putting themselves for now on track to getting that. Really, they are. Spence, let's look a little bit towards Tuesday night then in Albacete, which is where attention will turn now. This is the only Segunda side left in the competition, the Copa del Rey quarterfinals. Knocked out Real Madrid, of course, in the round of 16. They'll be well up for this one. They're in much better form, by the way. They've won 4 on the trot now, Albacete, in their division. This could be quite interesting, but I think what Flick did really well against Racing as well is he didn't fully rotate that team, which can often be a trap managers fall into in the Cup. He still puts out a very competitive team, which I know any Barca lineup is going to be. But, I mean, you keep those regulars there. I'm just even thinking with Rafinha coming off at half-time, maybe Flick's almost thinking, I mean, if I keep a Rafinha out on the pitch today, that's another leader I've got out there, to take me through this one. And, maybe Flick won't be falling into the trap of maybe what Madrid did.
Well, yeah, because also you're at the stage in the Copa del Rey where it's the quarterfinal.
Yeah.
You're not rotating anybody. Okay, if it's the round of 32 and you're playing 4th division Barbastro, all right, I can understand. I can understand wanting to rotate a little bit, but this is the quarterfinal. Albacete have won enough games to merit being at this stage. If you lose, you're out of the Copa. If you win, you're into the semifinal. There's no more rotation. This is put out your best lineups that you see fit based on the schedule around you. And the schedule around you is also helpful because there are fewer games to play this month, as we've just discussed. So you got to go get a win. Albacete deserve to be here. Granted, Barça got a real nice gift being given Albacete here in the quarterfinal, but I guess we'll find out this week.
We certainly will. Spence, we can see Hansi Flick is in the press room, so we're going to wrap things up. Massive thank you, as always, for tuning in to today's programme. We'll leave you with a press conference of Hansi Flick. Culers, we're top of the league. We're 4 points clear. Let's hear from the Barça coach.
Mireia Ruiz en directe a la TDT de Catalunya Ràdio. Li preguntarem a Flick per la falta de punteria que ha tingut avui al Barça. I know that for you the most important thing are the 3 points and that you're leaving satisfied today because of that. But you scored 3 goals, but you could score like 6, 7 goals. Are you leaving as well kind of frustrated or kind of worried about this lack of accuracy? Thank you.
Difficult question. You can hear it? Yes. Okay. Difficult question. For us, it was important that we get 3 points today, because but we made it really good. So we played a fantastic game, except in the what? Yes, last meters. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but at the end, I think we there was normally in the first half you have to decide this game. So it's also for us in this moment. So sometimes I really like more than the players are. make the chances to goals, and because it's for us important, because every 3-4 days we have a match, so you can manage a little bit better the minutes. It was possible today, but I think more in the so we were there. The good thing is also we were there in the beginning of the match on the first half, so we created a lot of chances, but we missed in front of the goal, the opponent goal. We missed the chances, and this is the bad thing. But at the end, I said to the team, I'm happy for the 3 points, and congrats for this performance.
Marta.
Hola, Hansi. Marta Ramon en directe a RAC1. A Hansi Flick li preguntarem pel nivell de Lamine Yamal, si ja comença a estar al màxim. Do you think Lamine Yamal is starting to reach his top level this season, and how important is that for you?
It's for the team, for the club, for everyone. It's good when he plays on the top level. I think he's young enough to improve, to have potential, to reach another level. I think it happens. I think it happens. So today was very important for us, for the team, but also the other players. So I normally speak about the team because it's important. Of course, today some player played a little bit better than the rest, but at the end it's very important. It's very important to play on this level with the whole team. So we were good connected. It was good to see this, but also to create the chances. It's fantastic. So we use also the space they gave us, and so this was good to see. But at the end, you know these things, what we have to do better.
Buenas noches, Alfredo Martínez en directo para Radio Estadio Noche de Onda Cero. Yes, le preguntaremos por otro jugador. Important is the team, but today De Jong, within the high level of many players today, De Jong's masterclass, no, very good match, no.
You can say the same with Lamine. It's the same. So very important for us, because I think also in the first half when they play 1-on-1 against Frankie, it was not easy for him to get on to touch the ball, but especially then at the end of the first half, but in the second half was fantastic. He played on a fantastic level.
Hola, Hansi, Santi Valle en directo para el carrusel de la cadena SER y para el Ketty Jugas de SER Cataluña. Me gustaría saber cómo están Rafinha y Koundé. Hemos visto que Koundé se tenía que retirar, Rafinha parece que es precaución, ¿no? Pero que nos digas un poco más de cómo están y si van a poder estar en los próximos partidos.
So, it's about Rafinha and Koundé, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. For Rafa was clear that he has to go out in the second half, maybe not after 45 minutes, but we thought more 60 minutes. But at the end, it's like that. We manage it, and hopefully he's okay. He's a little bit tired. Hopefully he's okay. With Jules is the same. He felt something. He thought that he said that it's maybe not too much, so we see. We have to decide it tomorrow, so we see tomorrow what happens with both.
Hola, Hansi. Elena Condis de la cadena COPE. Frenkie de Jong just said that a lot of teams sit deep against Football Club Barcelona, and however, Elche is not the same. It's totally different. They are a brave team, and he thinks that's more enjoyable for the fans and for him. Do you think the same?
Yes, of course. Of course, it's always like that. When you have an opponent, they want to play football. It's for everyone. It's better. This is then decided on the pitch. Decides the things what makes the football. And this is why we're playing football. And of course, I said it yesterday. I really love the style how they play football. They have a good philosophy, so it's an eye catcher how they play out, and really have create a lot of options for them to play out, and it's really good to see that.
Hola, Hansi, ¿qué tal? Raúl Fuentes en directo para Radio Marca. Today was another good game for Dani Olmo. Do you like him better as an attacking midfielder or playing in the center of the field?
So you said this is. I think he can play both, and this is also a good news. So we have more options and players. To play different positions, it's good for the team, and I think he makes it really good. Also in the defense, I'm happy with that, and I think also in the offense with the ball was important for us.
Hi Hansi, Laia Cervelló from The Athletic. I would like to ask you about Dani Olmo and Fermín. Whenever they play together, it has coincided with the Barcelona best performances possibly, or at least the games where you had more chances to score. Do you think that by playing together they have more freedom of movement by linking up more inside? Thank you.
I think this is the quality of both. So they know how to use the spaces that the opponent give us, but also with the ball they create a lot of dynamic. So maybe both a little bit different, but together I think they do it really good. So today, but also in the last matches.
Any more questions? Cap pregunta més? Moltes gràcies, bona nit.